What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of Smallmouth Crush. You got me and Epic E. Travis is nowhere to be found. The last time he was seen, he was sitting on a 5-gallon bucket in Chameau Bay ice fishing on 3 inches of ice, right? There was 25-mile-an-hour west winds, and we haven't heard from him in 3 hours. Eric, what do you think about
that? I think we've got the expedition out there, man. It's like Lewis and Clark. We've called every North Canadian guy we know to go search for him, man. He's got a sack of perch, but he might need a bro bone to stay alive at this point, man.
He needs a throbbing bro bone to get him through the night.
He's going to need a bro bone and a half to get him through the night. Nah, he just got busy, guys. Travis is okay. We don't want to get anybody concerned. But yeah, me and JP, and we've got a special guest tonight. I want to see if the anybody in the chat can guess who is the special guest. He's been on the show. It's been a while. Who is going to be returning? And tonight, I'm going to do a giveaway for the first person who gets it right. Man. So you asked, what's in that prize pack? Go ahead, JP. What's in that prize pack, E?
What's in the prize pack, E?
Hey, I'm glad you asked. So I was up at the Susquehanna Fishing Bass Fest show. That is a local tackle shop in Columbia, PA. It's run by Mike and Georgia Cord. They are two of the most fantastic guys in fishing. They're fish heads for sure. They know their stuff. They certainly know smallmouth. George has fished many tournaments, and let me tell you, JP, he could tell a story. Like, he is hilarious. Well, we just lost JP. Anyway, what are you doing, bud?
I'm here.
Okay, you got to turn your camera. Okay, you're back. All right, good. Anyway, so let's see. Greg DePalma was up there. Chris Johnston made an appearance at Susquehanna Fish and Tackle. What do you think of that? Jay Shakurik. There was an Alabama guy, fished Gunnerville a lot. Alex, give me an Alex, pro fisherman. Come on, you follow the sport a little bit, right?
Alex Felix?
No.
No, it's Austin Felix. Alex.
That's Austin Felix. I see. Hold on. I gotta watch the comments.
No, somebody already won right away. Jig Squad got it.
Jig Squad got it, man. Jig Squad, I'll be sending you these new slaps from the Bass Lab. These were designed for my Susky boys, the Susky Muskie and Susky Smallies, man. Are those rad or what, dude? What do you think of that?
John Tick said that Travis Manson was the special guest.
We'll have to get Jimmy Big Time on, man. We'll have to get Jimmy
better for Epic Eric and myself, but for Travis to show up to the episode. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, man, it was a fun time up there. John Pryor, for those of you guys who are into custom balsa, and maybe you saw custom painted balsa, maybe you saw my story, maybe you didn't. But John Pryor and I have been talking. He had a company name, and he's back on Instagram now. It's called Ace in the Hole Custom Lures. But you guys know I get a lot of my baits painted by TK Stanley at Tackle Craft, and TK is one of the best painters in the nation. TK kind of, as he was getting into painting, looked up to John Pryor. And so John and I have been talking since, I guess I got his number from Marty Burns. He watches the show. He is a fish head for sure. He's been in the game a long time. He came to see the shop, man, and we hung out and had dinner together. We went to dinner with all the pro staff. So I'm now part of the pro staff at Susquehanna Fish and Tackle. JP, what do you think of that?
Nice.
How about that? I got a pro staff deal.
Yeah,
what do you think?
You had a whole display case set up selling stickers at that place. You sent me a picture. Looked like they had a whole display set up.
They set that up. So how that happened was that last year at Bass Fest, JP, I go in, right? They've never seen any of the bass art that Goonie Wolf does and the Bass Lab designs. And so I just go, hey guys, I want to show you something. And I threw down all the stickers that I had at that point in the collection. And George literally went nutty. He goes, that's what I've been talking about. That's the kind of stuff I want to do here. And so we sat down, we went to the back office, and we worked out a deal. They are selling my stickers. I give them a wholesale price, obviously. And we've done hat collabs. And this is the newest hat collab. They did the River Rat Tug Life. I don't know if you guys have seen them. I'm sure you've seen them before. I wear the River Rat all the time. Tug Life. But you know what's really cool? A lot of the guys that came in, there was a bunch of River Rat hats and Tug Life hats walking around the store. So we just did this one. It's Rise and Glide for all you gliders. And, you know, it matches the shirt that I sell on the website, Rise and Glide by Goonie Wolf right there. So I sell the shirts and the hats. So this is the newest hat. It's live on the site. But I want to show John Pryor some love. So these are some of the plugs. These are Marty Burns balsas that John Pryor. And this is a color. That is a shad wrap. And that color is called Money Red. And John does something special. If you look at the bottom of that bait, something's been added to make that bait suspend. And let me just say, it's called Money Red for a reason. His dad, back in the days, John Pryor's dad, figured out a way, because they didn't have a ton of money when John started fishing. It was basically an aluminum boat, JP, with oars. And that's how his dad took him fishing. And then they stepped up to backing the truck in, leaving the truck at the ramp, taking the battery out of the truck, and they got a trolling motor. So they had to leave just enough juice to start the truck. So they took the battery out of the truck, put it in the boat. He thought they were cooking with hot oil then. And so John, he came from humble beginnings, man. He spent some time in the Army, and he's just a badass. He loves to fish. I love talking to him. And I got to tell you, that was really super fun. These are some other John's baits, man. That's a fried green tomato color. Bet you never saw anything like that, JP.
Man, that's nice. I like that orange on the belly.
That's his lime truce. That's just nasty. Then he's got this beautiful shad. This is pretty cool. John does some really neat things. I mean, I could go over these baits and tell you what he does a little bit different, but just not a full belly, but chartreuse on the tail, and then that throat. But there's two colors on that. And he's just got unique stuff going on, man. So John painted these for me, and we've been horse trading some baits. There were some things I had in the Bass Lab that he wanted. So he painted these gratis, and I sent him a bunch of lures, and he's a happy man. You know what 2 lures he wanted from me? He started talking about a Zell Rollin' Pop R. And he goes, it's a Pop R that had a lip in it. And I go, yeah, it's called the Prank. Have you ever seen it?
No.
JP, so it's literally a popper that pops. It's like a shaved down pop art. I mean, do you know anything about Zell Rollin and how he shaved down poppers to get the old butyrate ones, and they were super thin walled and just got them a lot. So that's basically what the Rico is based off of, if you will. Anyway, so he goes, I really want one of those pranks. I'm like, dude, I've got several. So I brought him a prank, and the other lure he wanted was the Boing. You ever heard of the Boing?
No.
Yeah, the Boing. Watch the comments in case there's anything cool coming in. Hopefully, can you see the comments, JP?
Yeah, I know Jig Squad said he wants you to go to the next guy down because he'd rather purchase the stickers from you and give somebody else a shot at a free package.
All right, so who was the last person, or who was the next person that guessed PTC? Let's see. We got to go. Oh, boy, we got to go way back. Give me a second, everybody. So there's Jig Squad. I think it's Hunter. So, Hunter, if you're on Instagram, send me your address. You know where to find me. And there you go, man. So I'm getting lit up by Travis and BTC at this point. Travis is safe, you guys. He's safe. He's got 2 miles more to go off the ice before he gets to shore, but he sends his best, everybody.
Yeah.
BTC is our guest, and he's going to be on here in a few minutes. He actually sent a picture of me to me of him in the shower. I don't think I want to show it, but there you go. It's odd. It's just odd. It's odd. There he is. Yeah, man. So really fun show, dude. It was great, man. It was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
what'd you do this weekend, man?
You were showing me pictures and looked like you were having a great time. I was happy you had a good weekend down there. Well, over here at the big JP Castle, you know, we had a big weekend this weekend. I celebrated 20 years of sobriety this weekend. So it's
congratulations, man.
20
Proud of you,
years
bro.
Happily on the wagon, you know, hopefully another 60 years on the wagon before they put me in a box. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, geez. All right.
But it was a good time. I got to, me and my wife had a nice dinner. And then yesterday, my son and my father, we took a ride with Big Gino over to the Bass Pro Shops in Foxborough, Massachusetts by the Patriot Stadium.
Nice.
Basically, we just burned a bunch of gas, but we got some real good barbecue on the way back.
Nice. Very nice. So I had a chance recently to fill in, and we'll talk about this when BTC shows up. But I co-hosted the Bass After Dark show, man, and it was part
Nice.
2 of What's Up with the World Record Bass. And for any of you guys who haven't seen it, either part 1 or part 2, I encourage you. And there'll be a part 3, but it's pretty incredible. I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say the world record bass, the tie between George Perry's world record bass, which is classified as a northern strain 22-pound 4-ounce bass, and Carita's fish 22 pounds 5 ounces, which was caught on a live bluegill, not artificial. Perry's was caught on artificial. It begs the question, and we discussed this: should there be an artificial world record for artificial lures and a live bait world record, or do you care how somebody catches a world record? Food for thought. Go watch the show to hear the discussion. But they were able to get DNA from the skin mount of Carita's fish caught in Japan because Jim Bagley and another Japanese fella flew Florida strain bass to Japan in the 70s and stocked in many lakes. Lake B was one of them. And so they got the back fin on the back side of the skin mount, JP, and they DNA tested it, and it was shown that it's a pure strain Florida bass. So
all
now you have
over in Japan.
All the way over to Japan. So those are 2 different species, by the way. We've all heard of the F1. Now they have an F4, but there are 3 biologists. It gets a little confusing, but the big debate is, do we separate or do we congregate the records? So if you're a northern guy, you will never have a shot at a world record. I'm kind of in the mid-Atlantic region. Only 6 to 10 states in this country have a shot at breaking 22.4, 22.5. Got to break it by 2 ounces. So it's a 22.6. Now, Perry's record is suspect. There's more on that later. All I can tell you, tune into Bass After Dark to find out why and how. But I did a dark thought thing, man. I had to fill in for BTC on dark thoughts. And so I kind of told you and Brett earlier today, because we had a chance to chat, me, JP, and Brett Carnwright. And I'm not a dark thinker, but I only had like 3 hours to prepare for the show because BTC was sick. But that's how I ended the show. And I got to tell you, JP, I found the light again. And so I'm going to talk about it tonight.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the light, right? Keeping the light going, baby.
I want to see, because, there's been a dark cloud over fishing, right? I want the light, and I got the light back. It's a personal journey for me. It had nothing to do with anybody else. So I really let it out, and I'm glad I had that chance, man. I mean, maybe it was meant to be. Maybe BTC was meant to be sick. So anyway, man.
Man, I got to tell you, there's a lot of people in these comments. They watched you do that thing. They say you did a great job. You did fire.
No, thank you.
There's a lot of sober Smallmouth Crush fans, man. I can't believe the amount of people that were in the comments celebrating the celebration with me. That's great, guys. I think it's awesome.
That's awesome, man. I'm proud of you, man. And Ken Duke is in the chat. Ken Duke, the all and powerful Ken Duke, man. Thank you, Ken, for the compliment. I was honored to be, in your presence, and certainly the biologist. My mind was blown many times on the show because I didn't know what was coming. I literally did not know what was coming. And so I sat there and my thoughts were like fresh for me, and, questions emerged. I see how it can get. I could see the complexity of the issue. If you watch the show, you'll see the complexities of 2 records or 1. And then it goes from there. I'm going to say that. No more. But
I got to say right now, I think Lee has the comment of the night right now. It says, Travis is so jealous of Eric's performance on Bass After Dark that he's not doing the show tonight and told Eric to go ahead and do it himself.
That's not it. That's not it. I have to have somebody, like, if here's the one thing you guys will never have to worry about. Like TK Stanley from Tacklecraft, who you guys know, he does a lot of painting for me. He paints my epic shads. I think he's one of the best paint painters in the country, along with John Pryor. And he sits there and streams like once a week. Sometimes he's gone for a couple of weeks, but if he's busy, but he can just hold court just by himself. I need that interaction. I need somebody to ask me a question. I need to listen to you and ask you a question or a comment. I can't do it alone, man. That's why I like team fishing, dude, because to me, there's something synergistic. In my business ventures, I've always had a partner. And I really enjoy the camaraderie for team fishing, and I think same thing with streaming. I think, without Travis, I mean, there's no dynamic for me, right? I have to have, and it's the yin and the yang, right? I mean, people they like the little tips we have. They like that I'm a different fisherman. I'm a different human than him because it creates interesting conversation. So for me,
or as MJ just said, you need Travis there not paying attention to what's going on at all.
well, there's that too, right? There's that too. There's that true. MJ, you guys are funny, man. Yeah, so I'm trying to architect a world record, and I'm just going to tease it at that. I told Ken Duke, and I might set a couple world records. It has to do with fishing, but it does not have to do with catching a bass. World records. I don't know that they're measured, but it could be a whole new category of fishing related world record. I hope somebody breaks it. It's going to be good for people. It's going to be something that's uplifting. There will be no controversy. I may lose right out of the gate. I may not know that the record's already been set, and I just don't know it. But Ken thought it was a good idea, and so I aim to do it. I'm feeling a lot of with the light and the weight that's been lifted off my shoulder, my bass fishing brain. I'm just feeling generous these days, bro. I did a giveaway on Debo's stream. I did a giveaway on Bass University's last minute. Did a giveaway on Bass After Dark. I wanted to do something different, but we're going to pre-plan it. And Ken Duke, if you're still watching, I have the idea. Yeah, John, maybe. No, it's not that. It's not that. I aim to take it the other way. We'll see.
Eric is a very giving man, and he's found that he's rekindled the light of the fishing dream for himself and what it's like to go bass fishing, right? And it's a great thing to celebrate. It's good to see you back in the thing. And guys, just so you know,
I never lost the love of bass fishing. I lost the love for something else. But wait for BTC to get on. I always and forever, when I walked the bank before everything froze, I was loving every second of it. Last time I was on a boat, loving every second of it. Last time I was up in New York, loving every second of it. Last time I was up with Travis, loving every second of it. But there was something else tugging at my soul. And I'll reveal it tonight once BTC gets here. So, if you watch Bass After Dark, you kind of already know what it is. But I'll say it again because I think it's worthy of mention. I really do. Matthew Wyver says I will be stocking Deep Creek Lake in Western Maryland with trout. Because with Florida bass and trout, well, the trout part of that equation is already there. Going for the world record goby. These are hilarious, man. Shove sucker. Oh my gosh, you should have seen the comments after because I asked the question on that stream. Like, they were talking about what proteins a bass could eat to create world record, and it's clearly head and shoulders above it all is trout. JP. So Florida's starting to test stocking rainbow trout. Isn't that wild? They're testing it. They're in year 3 of a 5-year program.
Man, I wonder if the trout can make it through the summer heat in them shallow lakes down there because we have.
They don't. No, they stock them in the winter months, colder,
yes.
Up to about 70 degrees. They make it, but above 70, at 75, it's 100% mortality. But not many of them make it to the warm water because guess how? They put a little tracker in the trout because I wondered and I asked the question to the biologist. I'm like, well, does a Florida bass know what a trout is? Like, do they identify it as food? And they put this little tracker in the trout and it tells them when the trout's been eaten. And they're like 75% get eaten within the first week or something crazy like that.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so one of the things was chub sucker. There was like this lake chub sucker. And as soon as we started saying that word chub sucker, man, the comments just ignited. It was hilarious. There's some bad comments on Bass After because they have the contest. They do a contest every night for bad comments. And then the intern watches the stream and he brings up the bad comments. And then, Ken, I was the co-host, usually it's BPC, and you vote on it. And so the best bad comment wins a prize. It's hilarious. So yeah, we've had bad comments on this stream for a long time. We don't give anybody a prize for it. There's just, you get bragging rights if you really flame somebody.
So I don't know about
Right?
you, Eric, but up here we're iced in. We finally got locked up. There's the one pond
Wow.
that's worth ice fishing. Unfortunately, the 30-mile-an-hour winds did keep that pond open because it's a spring-fed lake.
Really?
It has about 7,000 geese on it right now. But the rest of the lakes
Whoa.
are locked up. We're done here until the spring now. It doesn't look like it's going to get warm anytime soon in the extended
Damn.
forecast.
Do you do any ice fishing?
I'll do some. I've cut back way on it since my son was born. You know what I mean? But he's 10 now. He's going to start going. So,
right.
Speaking of chub suckers, where's Travis? That's right.
I saw. See, I mean, you just mentioned the word chub sucker, and then it starts to happen. It's bad. It's bad. So what's up, man? You had a chance to talk to Brett Cartwright today.
Oh yeah, Brett called today. We were talking about him fishing the invitationals again, and then we got talking about line, right, and what fluorocarbon line we like, and we're like, man, they all make a pretty good line, but ain't none of them good for dragging on the bottom in the rocks as abrasion resistant as they all say. Of course there's great lines, right?
Right.
But the rock always wins.
It truly does, man. Maybe there's some type of fluorocarbon that's super hard coated, and the only one I can think of, and it's the Great Lakes Finesse guys turned me on to it and mentioned it on the show, so I went out and bought some, and that's why I used that 3-pound test to catch that 6-pound plus smallie. I caught several other large smallmouth that day and lost one probably over 7. Dan saw it was like 5 feet from the boat. He did not break my line, by the way, and but that's a steelhead line. It was designed for steelheading. And if you think about where a guy steelhead, very rocky, I think they steelhead and rocky stuff. I've never caught a steelhead, but It's super hard coated fluorocarbon. Maybe there's something to that. I think it'd be pretty expensive for you to use Drennan, which is the name of that line. Here you go. There you go, guys. Right there. That's the one. That's the one. If you saw, you could look on my Instagram and see it's a reel that Travis made. And that's the Drennan fluorocarbon, and it's a fly leader, but super hard coated apparently. And anyway, I handled that 6-pounder with ease, bro. Medium light, 7'6" G Loomis Conquest on an underspin from Great Lakes Finesse. Yo,
nice.
All right, without further ado, special guest in the house. BTC, it didn't take him long to figure out it was you. I'm adding. Add him to the stage. Welcome, BTC.
Hey.
Press the button for the applause. They got applause on Bass After Dark. I really like that. So now we just got to do it like that. How you been, man? How you feeling?
All right.
All right. So you were in New Orleans recently?
Where the hell's Travis?
He's locked up on the ice, man. He was out there perch-tasticking. And a big icebreaker came through and landlocked him on the side of Little Glue Island. And we've got an expedition out searching for him. JP, does that sound about right?
Yeah. He went out on it wasn't Glue, it was Chameau Bay, but they had big 25-mile-an-hour west winds today, and a hunk of ice broke off, and he's floating over towards Bear Point now.
So we got the Coast Guard looking for him. Nah, he's safe. He just got busy and asked me to run the show tonight for him. So I thought I'd step in.
I'm disgusted.
And step up.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. That's the truth. That's the truth, man. So how you been?
Wait, glazing over it just like that.
I know. I'm trying.
I know, but I'm gonna dwell on it a little bit more. Maybe make it the whole point of me even being here. Is
all right.
What the?
I know.
I got a whole list of Travis centered questions and such. I was so excited.
I know, right? So the week that you were supposed to be on, you were delayed in your flight from NOLA. And now the week that he's supposed to be on, so you could ask him the questions, the great anticipated BTC reappearance. I got the note, literally. When did I call you, JP, that he got busy, couldn't make it?
But I had an actual legitimate excuse. Not only did they delay it because of weather, But
Yes.
then, as we were about to take off, Air Force One landed,
What I
and
saw
that
those
halted
kids.
everything for another hour or whatever. And
Crazy.
I popped my eardrum on that flight,
Oh, jeez.
which I didn't realize till the next day when there's blood coming out of my ear. But
Oh, that's brutal.
yeah, so
You ever
right
tried
now,
chewing gum when your plane's taking off and landing?
oh, I did everything. Like so for some reason, like I've been fighting off something and it didn't get me, right? Like a cold or something
Right.
for over a week because I knew New Orleans was coming, and this
Yeah.
thing hit me like the weekend before, and I was hitting the vitamin C and the swab stuff that you put in your nose, all that shit to boost your immune system. Like,
Oh, yeah. Zycam. You were doing it.
I doing all of it. And I really knocked it back. I never got sick, but it was still like lingering, you know. If I went out and had some drinks in New Orleans, like I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm starting to get congested. I'd smash some more vitamin C and knock it right back. Well, the day we're supposed to fly out, my right ear just closed up. You know,
Geez.
and I'm like, dude, I'm below sea level in New Orleans. Like, why is that happening? That's not good.
That shouldn't be happening.
So I was trying all day to clear it, you know, pitch nose, all that stuff. Couldn't clear it. I probably should have went and got some like decongestant or antihistamine, something to dry me out. Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't. Maybe that would have helped. But anyhow, got on a plane and we take off. And it was, like I said, it was delayed. So everybody's tired. Everybody's falling asleep, you know. As soon as we take off, like the lights go down, everybody in the plane's asleep. And we get up there and I'm just like, you know, like clawing at my face.
Oh, dude.
Brutal. I'm like yawning, moving my jaw. I looked like I was cracked out, dude. And the pain was
my God.
Unbelievable. Finally, like the stewardess goes by and I'm like, you know, help. And she finally came back with like this little cup of hot water, like she put like a paper towel in it, like soaked in hot water, and she's like, hold that there and Steve will help open it up. And it did, but not until apparently I ruptured my eardrum. So right now my voice is echoing inside my head something fierce. And not to mention the they call that tinnitus.
Ringing.
I have
tinnitus.
Yeah, the ringing, which I have that, but it's egregious right now.
How long have you been battling the tinnitus for? I've had it for 9 years.
Probably.
And it just never but
it's both ears. Both ears.
But right now
it's like my left ear.
It's really bad in the right.
Yeah,
it's so bad like other people can hear it. That's how loud it is.
I had it in my right ear, and then after my airbag and my crash in May, I've got it in my left ear worse. So now I got it in both ears. Talk about going insane.
Hey, Travis, he doesn't have a mark on him, but he couldn't make it tonight. Got a callus on his hands, no tinnitus.
So what's one of the questions you had for him, man? I mean, you had this list prepared. I'm really curious.
Well, I don't know. It said soon. Maybe he's coming.
Oh, right. Yeah. Maybe he's coming. I forgot to turn my ring light on. Thanks for the update, Kuda. Let's see if that looks any different. And my background light on. Bingo. Now I'm proper. Pick up that flat side. Anyway, does that look any different? Probably not. What's the point? All right. What's the other question?
Nah, he said he's coming soon. Maybe.
Travis?
That's what he said.
For real. He just texted you. Yeah. Awesome. He didn't text me.
Yeah. I do have something.
What do you got?
Yeah, give me 1 second to
you can do a little show and tell?
Something.
Okay. All right. JP. While we wait for BTC, what's been happening in the chat? You see anything good? Anything I need to respond to?
Nothing that needs to be responded to. Just a lot of funny comments, revolving around the host of the show.
Right.
All
right. John Mango, don't let him in. Ouch. JP used Blackbeard tonight. Look at that, man. Look how black JP's beard is. He's using the Oh, look at that. Oh, now I have the power, Madsen. He's backstage. I could
Dang.
We need to switch this around the right way.
How was had the Coast Guard save you? Did they charge you for going through with an icebreaker to get you off Galoo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How much was that, man, to get you off Galoo, little Galoo?
Yeah.
I mean, did they put you in one of them little like red things with the helicopter and you came up in the basket? That's what I imagined happened tonight.
I did see little Galoo.
Did you?
Yeah. What's up there, BTC JP?
I had it right.
What
look
up?
at this, man.
Nice beards.
I know. Look, JP used Blackbeard tonight. That's why it's looking so damn good.
I'm just going to tell you this right now. Travis told me you can't grow a better beard than me. And 2 weeks later, look what JP's rocking. But I will tell you, it's not natural and there is gray.
Oh,
okay.
There's no hair coloring in this beard right here.
Well, I think you need a little bit. I'm going to have to give Travis the win on shape. He's just got it dialed in. Like, Travis, put your mug real close. He's got it dialed in.
Somebody to shave his face.
Well, I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be, man.
I appreciate that comment.
So BTC says he's got some questions for you, Travis. He was all prepared with an interview list for you.
Well, give me 1 second, and we will start.
Okay. All right. Well, see, he can remove himself, and then no, he's here. He just removed himself for a second. So
I don't have the comments on this damn thing right here.
You can't see comments either. See, I run it from a desktop, so I click the StreamYard, but then I run the YouTube, and it does the comments. So I comment on the YouTube side. I can comment on both sides, but I know we've been talking about that issue for a while.
What is iPad here?
That these two guys can't see the comments when they're running StreamYard from their phone. Here we go.
He's painting it in, baby.
He's going to do it right now. Another live Blackbeard session. This is what you get on Smallmouth Crush.
All right, so for anybody that's seen the podcast I do with Ken Duke, Bass After Dark, you guys probably know, but we do this top 10 every week.
Yes.
And top 10 list, and I'll throw it out to your listeners tonight to give us some options for the top 10. We haven't come up with it yet. We have a topic, got some, that we'll vote on
for our show or your show.
Yes,
for his show.
For the viewers.
All right,
it is this week's top 10 is the top 10 qualifications to serve on Bass's Elite Angler Advisory Board. What are the top 10 qualifications?
You must have served at least 1 week in jail.
That was the first one. Conviction of at least one fish and game felony.
Travis would qualify. All right, what's next?
Oh man, this ain't good. So anyhow, yeah, guys, throw them up there.
No,
Copy them down.
Travis has something to say. Travis, you have the floor.
Travis?
Yes, in my defense, I've had a few citations over the years, but look how many days I spend on the water.
Very true. You've had a DQ from a tournament, a muskie violation, a salmon violation.
What's a muskie violation?
That's the only ones we know
about. That's a long story, and we can get into it, but it all started with the boater safety violation when I had a warrant in Vermont.
That's 4. Right. So you're good. You're in. You can now serve on the elite. Yeah. Bass Elite Angler Council Society.
BTC, I was in Wisconsin. And
this is bad.
I probably could find the video again.
I think you really do need to show it. But let's just say it involved muskie.
in a club?
No,
Oh,
I guess
no.
I was fishing. It was 4 feet of water, and I saw a bunch of muskies around, and I thought it'd be cool to see if I could sight fish them. And so I
Sight,
threw it.
aka SNAG.
Yeah, so I put a tube on, and I slung it out to one, and worked it, and he grabbed it, and I set the hook, and I was like, "Oh fuck, cool muskie, nice little break in the action." You know, I'm just messing around. Got him in, showed the camera. I could care less about muskie. I throw him back in, proceed to catch another one, and then another one. So I had like 3 big muskies. Fairly simple.
The fish of 10,000 cast.
Fairly simple.
3 casts.
And I made a YouTube video about it. Well, there was some fireman guy in Door County that wrote me a real long, nasty comment about fishing for muskie out of season. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I didn't know. It wasn't like I could argue with the guy. You know what I mean? I just said, sorry, bud. I really don't care about muskies and didn't really think about, I just doing what I do, fishing. You know what I mean? I didn't know there's another 20 days before the season opened. And I just moved on with my life. And I was, I got a call on Memorial Day from the Wisconsin DNR asking me about a bunch of questions about muskies. And I fell for the trap over the phone and basically got a citation in the mail for fishing out of season.
No big deal. You pay your fine, you move on to life.
That's what I thought.
Right, but he still qualifies for the Bass Council because that's one of the qualifications. So we're good.
100%. I can't see the messages, so I don't know if any are coming through.
Let's see. They're coming through. They're just commenting on the muskie violation. I'm just trying to see. Must have a Texas fishing license. ... Oh, never mind. Must wear shorts short enough to make other men uncomfortable. must be part owner of a current sponsor.
Yeah. Can I just say something about the shorts, guys? Once you start wearing the shortest shorts possible and you feel comfortable doing that on a regular basis, it's very hard to go back.
I just want to say something really quick. So this weekend, when I had some free time at my house and I actually was watching some television on the big screen, Travis, I went back and I was watching the tournaments that we fished over the years and the times we fished, going back 3, 4, maybe 5 years, I don't know. And I will say this, your shorts get shorter by the season. When I first met you, you were almost to your knees, and now you're just below, the Bojangles.
Yeah.
Every year it gets a little. I'm just wondering if you're going to have a banana hammock on this year when you're flogging for us in the 13th year of the spring.
Just go Speedo, dude. That would start an internet storm if you fished in a Speedo.
Dude, all the Canadians too. That's a
title sponsor will be Hanes. He'll be wearing Hanes, tighty whities out there.
Yeah, and Anthony says to qualify, you must have at least 25 posts on the FishBrain app. Must be a stepdad and have a stepdad. Let's see. So they're kind of. I'm sorry. The only thing good about Wisconsin is the Packers. Now we're back to the Speedo comments. So I'm sorry. I got everybody off topic, but there you go, BTC. Sean Lai says short shorts are super comfortable. I started wearing thigh shorts from wrestling, so you didn't break your fingers in shorts. Sean, you got a point, man. Thongs and floggers. What an image. Yeah. Do you even thong, bro? It's like that commercial where the guy's pants kind of rip off. It was that Mercury commercial or what, a Yamaha, when the boat was going really fast. you remember that? Anybody? No? Okay. No.
Yeah. The passenger.
Exactly.
No, was it driver?
I don't. Yeah, it might have been the driver. Could have been the driver. Yeah, and the passenger was like totally freaked out by it. All right, what you got on there, BTC?
Well,
what are you wearing? Ski bibs?
I freaking just ran out of propane.
So you're gearing up for the winter.
Get warm in here. Oh, dude, I can see my breath in here.
It's 25. Oh shit. Yep, Hunter figured it out. Damn, BTC, your heater is down. It was an Evinrude commercial. Thank you.
Yeah, that was
We
actually
should-
one of Evan Rude's best commercials.
Yeah, it truly was.
That was
Couldn't
probably
save
the
the
best
end.
thing they ever did, actually.
You knew that was coming.
So, BTC, why don't you give us some inside scoop of what's going on out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us something, man.
All right.
You got a lot of updates, BTC.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is there
This
any
one
current conflicts going on amongst anglers?
always.
Sure. Their last show was world record. What's up with the
Oh.
world record?
Yep. The world record, Kissing
Yep. Splitting it. You've had 2
Um,
shows on that. Third to be coming.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully we get IGFA on that one to make an
Wow.
announcement. That's what we're working on.
That would be big.
Yeah. About the world record basketball. Eric, you were on it. Actually, you should give me an update on Bass After Dark. You've been on more than me lately.
I thought it was a fascinating show. I kind of talked a little bit about Travis. You weren't here for it, but so the big debate is amongst the bass fishing record community is whether to separate out the Florida bass versus the northern bass. They are different strains, as I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So Carita's fish,
Different
which
species.
was correct, different species. Carita's fish, which was caught in Lake Biwa, Japan, was 22 pounds, 5 ounces. And I think it was caught, Brian, 16 years ago, I believe. It's now at the Skeeter headquarters somewhere in America. Is that in Texas or someplace else? I feel like it was someplace else. And it's a skin mount of this fish, Travis, and it was caught on a live bluegill. So, and George Perry's record, 22 pounds, 4 ounces, has stood as the world record forever. You have to beat the current world record by 2 ounces. So those 2 fish stood together. Well, I asked the question. I said, it was caught on a live bluegill? I said, shouldn't there be a world record for live bait and a world record for artificial? I think those are 2 different catches. So,
No.
yeah, you're shaking your head. Yeah, but there were a lot of different opinions, right? There were 300
I'm going to
plus.
tell you the right one. No.
Well, okay, fair. That's good. All right, you weigh in. All right, so let's see
Wait.
how you feel about this one.
There
Go
shouldn't
ahead,
be a
BTC.
difference, Eric.
No.
Travis.
No.
There shouldn't be.
No. Then you want to go down the whole list? Perch, bluegill, catfish, burbot, steelhead, salmon?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So what? They're different fish.
I don't care.
I can't wait to get to your questions.
Okay.
We don't care. So anyway, they clipped an entire pec fin off of the back side of the fish, so you couldn't see it if you were looking at it in the plexiglass case. And they DNA tested it, and it turned out to be a pure Florida strain fish. So now Carita owns the Florida strain
No, we don't.
record.
Not
No,
yet.
what? Not
What?
yet. Okay. Well,
What are
it
you
has to
making
be certified.
announcements?
I don't know. I thought so. I'm predicting that's what's going to happen.
Where's your
I want it to
IGFA
be-
badge?
I want it to be this. I want it to be
The
he owns
Florida,
record.
the Florida
ahead.
strain record is currently 15.4
Right,
or something like that.
out of Texas, correct?
Yeah, Kyle Hall.
Right,
Which Florida strains are much bigger than northern strains. So
right. And
It's
George Perry
everything's
is still
upside
classified
down.
as a northern strain. So that means
Right.
the northern strain will never be broken at 22.4. There's the rub. But
what do you think
is
about that, Travis?
But is it a northern strain? Was
I
it a
don't
northern
believe,
strain?
I believe all history is fake. Every piece of history is fake. So it's fake. I don't care.
Even the show is fake. So welcome to the fakeness of Smallmouth Crush. It's just all fake.
No, I didn't say that. I said,
Why are you
the
wearing that? Why
difference.
are you
We're
wearing
cra-
clothes if this is fake?
Yeah,
Nine-
but wait a minute. We're creating history right now. We're recording a show for history. Someone could come back in 50 years.
Yes,
Well, I know you don't
recorded
believe it.
history
Let's
is
say 50.
wrong.
So I see. So is this fake history that we're recording?
No.
Well, explain the difference.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Okay. So anyway, that was Bass After Dark, and I thought I'd take a moment to maybe talk a little bit about my dark thoughts. BTC, did you have a chance to watch my dark thoughts? Because I filled in some pretty big shoes. I was nervous. Like
Stop.
I didn't want to do dark thoughts. You know, dude, I had like 3 hours to think of something interesting to say. You got a whole week. Say interesting things or think.
You have a dark thought segment now?
No, I was Travis.
Oh, what?
BTC at the end, if you've ever watched his show, and Ken Duke, they have a segment called Dark Thoughts. And BTC, it has an intro. It's really hilarious, by the way. The intro is fantastic. And because it's BTC, and it raises just the intro of Dark Thoughts raises a lot of questions that are still to this day unanswered. BTC will not answer them, I'm sure, on this show, because he won't answer them in the intro. Anyway, I'll leave that to the viewer's imagination. That's an odd intro, but it's funny.
What do you mean? What thought you understand about it?
The thought that I have to say about the intro to Dark Thoughts was that you in the front yard naked?
No.
Well, that's what you say, but it looks like you're saying, and maybe it was you, but you wouldn't admit it. Because it's a blurry video. That's what I'm saying. We could.
I used to have. Matter of fact, I bet it's on my Facebook. I uploaded the video.
Yeah, it looks like the guy looks like
the blurred vision is what the cops took and then put up.
Oh,
I had from our camera the unblurred vision.
Oh, so you know it wasn't you because you obviously saw that it wasn't you. All right, but the way the whole intro is cut, it leaves it up to the imagination. So anyway, it does. So I thought that was very clever. So anyway, I'm supposed to fill in for BTC as the co-host, and I have to come up with this dark thought stuff. And so I thought about it, and recently I appeared on Debo's fishing stream. We had like 320 live viewers, and talked a lot about fishing trends for 25, and did some bait hacking, and just really enjoyed talking fishing. And then I was on Bass University. It was a bait hack special with Rob Jordan and Pete Gluzik. And man, it was just, I got my jam on. I got my bait talk on. And through doing that and the comments that I got and watching the chat, I just realized something that, there are millions more people out there that just want to go fishing. They don't care at all about professional fishing and the great debate in professional fishing, which is live scope or not. And it lifted my spirits because for me, it was an awakening. Like I started to wonder in that big debate that I was paying attention to, is what I do still relevant? And I got some more validation as I was talking to Greg DePalma and a couple of the pros there this weekend at Susquehanna Fish and Tackle, that some of the things I think about and do here matter a lot. And so I feel like I found an audience outside of the people paying attention to scope or not, that I can still fish naturally, either from the bank, which I still love doing. I said this on the show, using my rod, my line, my reel, all my senses to figure out how to trigger a bite and not knowing when it comes and the magic of all that associated. So if you like using the live scope, that's your jam. I'm cool with that. But I know what I love to do, and I know there are millions of people that love to do it that way too. And so so that's done for me. And so it's a contrast of dark and light, and I found the light recently. And there you go, man.
Travis, you're next. Find the light, Travis.
I just want to plug a sponsor real quick. They make blow-in insulation and BTC.
Wait a minute. That's all you got to say? No comment on that?
I mean,
I just poured my soul out.
Go from a t-shirt to a hooded sweatshirt to bibs. I can see his breath in the matter of 11 minutes flat. The walls aren't insulated in his garage, guys.
You're correct.
He needs a little better insulation.
Can I share a quick 3 to 4 minute video that has me really questioning reality?
Sure. We would be because you've been on a journey, and this might explain a lot to the viewers that have been asking a lot of questions about you over the last several months.
For years. Or ever since the beginning.
Well, more than ever recently. So I think you should share it. It might enlighten folks.
What?
About where your brain and what journey. You're on a new journey. which is an offshoot of the last journey.
For that wouldn't you say? Why don't I see if I can walk you through this? Let me start this video where I usually end it and say everything in this is just my opinion, and my opinion only for entertainment purposes, of course. Now let's start in the beginning. 2,000 years ago, when this statue was erected, this statue is clearly of an angel that just happens to look an awful lot like someone we know. Even
I don't think so.
to those sideburns. Now fast forward 2,000 years and look at what the Statue of Liberty's face used to look like. It's literally a dead ringer. And kind of strange they replaced the face, don't you think? And well, if this is the Statue of Liberty, and this is a painting of Lucifer, and this is an 1848 statue of Lucifer that has the same 7-point crown and even the chain that the Statue of Liberty has, and an apple, lives in the Big Apple, and even her torch. So what I'm saying is it's safe to say that the Statue of Liberty is actually a statue of him and of him. And they even tell us because angels usually have L in their name. Michael, Gabriel, Hal-El, Elvis. Keep this in mind. So at this point, you're probably asking, how does all of this have to do with him? I'm so glad you asked. Because other than his obsession with him and always talking about him and how he looks like him, there's something more. There's something much more.
Trump looks like Elvis, sure.
Keep laughing, bud. That's fine.
I am laughing. The sign of the devil, 666.
What the fuck they circle?
Birthmarks, moles.
Oh, sure.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. And what was his name again? Well, you know how they like to hide words in plain sight, right?
Yes.
Television, tell lie vision. Well,
Oh, my.
do you know what that means? That? Oh, in Hebrew it means Lord, Master, King. And we already know the angels like to use this. And El is short for Elohim, which basically means God. So King God is his name. And we can't forget about his last name. If you look at Revelation 9:1, the fifth angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from the sky to the earth.
What?
The star was
It's so
given the key
funny.
to the shaft of the abyss. Who was that star? That fallen angel from heaven? The star was Lucifer.
This is so
And while some might
entertaining.
disagree because of this one, Revelation
I do.
9:11, the angel of the abyss is called Abaddon in Hebrew. Abaddon. I just want you to look for a
Abaddon,
second
yes.
at who posted both of these right there and over there.
Oh my God,
It's
it's
not just
amazing.
me trying to tell you something. Are you
Sure
seeing
it is.
this?
For
Now back to
views.
the beginning. I literally don't think I could tie it in any better for you. So if you
I
can't
do.
connect those dots, well then you're just not spiritually awake enough to know.
I don't
that
think
they
so.
connect.
You're
And you might
spending too
still
much
think
time on
you're
YouTube,
spinning
bro.
1,000 miles per hour and chasing the sun at 66,000 miles per hour and evolved from an ape. Well, you might just want to look into those things.
Okay, I
Maybe
will.
it'll do
Nah.
for you what it did for me and take the blinders all the way off. And well, of course, all this was just for entertainment purposes. I know that that is completely accidental, coincidental. I know that he doesn't even really look like that other guy, and the fact that they both have the exact same birthmarks, again, total coincidence. And he
Mhm.
doesn't really look like the Statue of Liberty. I mean, he has hair, and the Statue of Liberty doesn't. Oh, and for all you deniers out there who cannot buy into this, because you know that Elvis is Bob Joyce. Are you sure Bobby Boy isn't just Elvis's brother? Notice the chins. That's a decoy, and you fell for it. All for entertainment purposes. I'm a satire account. I don't really care about waking up humanity so we can take action against all the evil that's been happening for a millennia. Entertainment only.
Hold on. Can I say something before Eric? You absolutely go bananas on this.
Oh no, I savaged it along the way. I'm done. I laughed my ass off. It was
Travis,
hilarious.
There's
Yeah.
so much I've seen over the last few years that's compelling, and
You're all
that
in
ain't
now.
it.
Hold on, Eric.
No, hold on. Wait. Let me finish, please. That fucking guy, whoever he is, makes all of us look ridiculous. Whoever that jerk off is, he's from the other side because he makes us look fucking stupid. That's the dumbest shit I ever saw. Fucking Elvis. Oh my God. That's fucking Elvis, dude. Oh, Donald. Jesus, Travis.
Touchdown.
Come on, man.
I've never seen VTC losing like that. Thank you, VTC, for doing it for me. Travis, seriously, that could not have reached you. You have too much time on your hand. Your imagination has now run wild. You're susceptible to this message, and so you're receiving it. You're gullible at this point.
Unfortunately, I've been doing a lot of meditation over the last week or two.
Elvis?
Guys, it gets worse than that. Most celebrities have doubles, triples, everything, and they're doing it all day long, all night long, and everything you see on TV is designed with a purpose to control you.
I know, but you didn't do it with that video, man.
I'm
That
really
wasn't the
worried
one.
about you. I'm really worried about you.
You can be worried. Again, I want to make another statement. Realize that is my entertainment. That is I'm Eric. I'm going to watch Netflix tonight. Your movie,
you believe
created on a television screen.
No,
my movies,
I watch
movies of this reality that I enjoy watching from a third-party perspective. I
watch
out of the collective, and all I'm doing is being entertained by what is going on out there.
Yeah, but it wasn't Elvis.
We don't know that.
Travis, you've been telling me that for years. Listen, I watch movies because I realize it's art. You think you're watching reality and you think it's a movie. We are definitely far apart. I realize I'm suspending my disbelief to enjoy an emotion, to watch one of the highest forms of art, which is a movie. It happens to be people pretending to be something else. Music, television. Travis, I'm worried about you, man. I am worried about you, bro.
I'm worried if you do a side-by-side of me and Elvis, it might look very similar too.
You think you're a descendant of Elvis?
I think he is.
You may be. You may be. You may, in fact, be. You could be his quintuple.
And Matthew, let's not even get into Alex Jones. I recently found out exactly who he is and the purpose of his being out there. And I am no longer
shape that guy is in right now.
I am no longer an Alex Jones fan. I no longer.
But you were.
But I will watch from afar.
But you were. And doesn't that frighten you a little bit? But you were.
I didn't know who he really was.
But you were. You believed him. And see, doesn't that show you something about you? That you actually bought into what he was saying. You believed he was real. You believed everything he said. And so that means Travis thought Alex Jones was for real.
A lot of what he said has come out to be real and true.
Well,
a lot.
Okay,
maybe not all.
Give me one thing.
No, we're not doing this. I'm not playing this game.
Let's get it back to fishing, boys. Come on.
I didn't bring it in.
A lot has.
BTC, did you have some more stuff you wanted to cover tonight with us?
I'm only here to ask the hard question. What's that?
I'm sorry for throwing you guys off.
Yet.
I'm sorry for throwing you guys off.
No. JP, you got to weigh in on that. Just one. And then we'll move on.
You wanted me to weigh in on what?
Travis,
the video you just watched.
Conspiracy.
Oh, the video that I told Travis a long time ago he needs to find Jesus, and he told me there's no such thing. I mean, that's
All right.
I think that guy that was entertaining. It made me laugh, but that guy is a blowhard. Is pretty much the comment I had for that guy.
Yeah, that guy was sent to make us all look ridiculous.
Wow. So I'm going to tell you guys something. If you want to get closer to the truth and further away from it, I would investigate and look into more of his videos. That's all I'm saying.
Is that the guy that,
nope.
that you've been on for like 10 years, 5 years now, 4 years now?
No, that guy talked like this. He would have said, "Hey, excuse me, BTC. There was 25.
Do we want to hear
25 million years ago that I read when I did my life sentence in prison."
Are we ready for 2025 predictions?
I'm not. No, I think I gotta go.
Hold on. Hey, we're gonna get off this topic.
I really do gotta go, guys, because I'm just not interested anymore. You know what? I found some light, man, and I wanted to share it, and now here we right back are in the shit.
Well, let's take BTC. He's got a lot of questions for us, Eric.
I get there. We're gonna get off that nonsense.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that because I was feeling a groove for about a week.
All right, Travis.
A week.
Do you have any regrets?
Do I have what?
Do you have any regrets?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Does that video be one of them?
Is that video one of them? I mean, no.
Okay. All right. This one comes from Ken Duke. Travis, we know what plagues you, but what haunts you?
Okay, what was the question?
We know what plagues you, but what haunts you?
What haunts me?
Yes.
I kind of know a little about that.
Well, the other day I was very still in my mind, and a thought entered my mind that really freaked me out for a little while. And I had to kind of write it down and kind of see where this was coming from. And I'll share the thought. And this is what haunts me, if this is true. And we talked about it a little bit last time. But what if this reality is so compact that close knit? It's hard to explain where I'm going to go with this. I guess it's scary to know. What would haunt me is to, if I knew the truth, I think that would haunt me because that would take the fun out of life. Does that make sense? And so while everyone's looking for the truth, sometimes the journey is more important. And that's kind of the
so we can agree on.
That's the conclusion I came to.
That's the beauty of life, the journey.
Yes.
You just said it, man. That's the beauty of
fishing.
fishing. That's the beauty of fishing for me. The magic of something I've made that go catches a fish, not knowing when it's going to come. Feeling, using my senses of feel, of sight, of sound, of connecting. Now, I know you don't believe it's Mother Nature, but I still think you appreciate the beauty of what you call the simulation, right? So we appreciate it in the same way. At least I feel like you do. Right.
So you said you had this thought and it scared you?
Why?
Well, I think the thought of knowing would scare me.
But you're a seeker, right? And so you keep trying to seek the truth. And I think you feel like you figured it out when you watch videos like the guy that just said, and all this devil talk, and like there's recreations and, people that have clones running around. So it scrambles your brain. I don't know how you deal with it, but let's say you could confirm it. Let's say you were there in the lab and you watched it.
Yeah. We're just watching a little video in the background, but go ahead.
All right. It's so random.
Oh, wait, you guys saw that one.
I don't know.
I was editing some videos and I was just trying to play a few while we were talking. I'm sorry.
All right, keep going with questions, BTC. This was good. We found some common ground through that one. I love it. Wow.
We're moving off that one already. That was deep.
No, we can stay there. That's fine.
Keep going.
We're catching some pretty good fish.
Nice.
Not a cloud in the sky. But I wanted to make Eric get a little of that cold St. Lawrence water on his. Remember that day we wrecked him?
Where was that? When was that?
No.
I don't even remember, dude. Oh, yeah.
That was a good day.
Do you have that video of me with the where you put the music to it?
With the phone?
Yeah.
I
spike
I was trying to look. I just have
that's a good one.
I got these you ever have an external drive? They break a lot. An external
bad one.
It's not good. Trying to get back into that drive that has all these video clips I have, but it never wants to seem to load for me properly.
So
But it's
BJP, Anthony Geis has a question for you. He goes, that beard, bro. Did you bob for apples in an oil pan?
Yeah, I saw that coming. I don't understand what he's trying to say there.
I don't know. I just like the complexity of the sentence and just the idea and the image. I don't know what it means, but I found it humorous. Because your beard is so black in oil pan.
I know.
Like you change the oil and you bob for apples in a black oil from your truck. And so your beard came out jet black is what he's trying to say. I think I got it.
I think we had a breakthrough tonight. I'm very excited about that.
What was the breakthrough, bro?
Travis. He had a normal thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. It's awesome, man. The journey, bro. It's the journey I've been on in the journeys I want to take on legendary lakes, man. New waters, new people. Meet some smallmouth crush viewers, man. Go to a tackle box shop and find some old lures and talk to some old head that's been on that lake forever. Maybe saw a ghost. I don't know. You know?
I love it, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to in life. This thing that they call life.
That's right.
That's just me.
What's your hat say, JP? Find your own fish. Gotcha.
So don't be asking him for no more waypoints, bro.
Uh-huh.
All right, what else you got, BTC? For Travis.
Why is this? We're really doing this?
This is for everyone on the show.
Oh, thank you.
Good. Okay, that's good.
If you could invent something, what would it be and why?
On invent or just only invent?
On invent.
I don't even know what that word.
Disinvent.
Erase it. Social media.
I want the internet going.
Social media.
A lot of goods come from the internet.
I know.
In addition to a lot of bad.
I just feel
I just said social media. I didn't say the internet.
Generationally, as it proceeds to grow, it is becoming worse and worse and worse. Not just in fishing. I'm talking about in life in general. David Dudley actually did a program, and he talked about it. And he talked about the swipe and the and how when you swipe to go to something new, you get that
endorphin
feeling.
rush.
What is the rush, right? I don't know what they call it.
It's endorphins.
An endorphin, yeah. And basically, you only have so much of that in you. And I mean, dude, I got these people at work, and I'm like, are you ever going to get off that thing?
JP, hold on. You're just throwing facts out there like they're facts. So you're saying we only have a certain amount that our bodies can't reproduce and keep us surviving?
If we're like a largemouth bass, one of the biologists on Bass After Dark said a largemouth bass has so many beats of its heart in its life. And that got me thinking.
Basically, it's like this, Travis.
Mm-hmm.
You can eat an ice cream cone, right? And it's delicious. But if you eat 30 ice cream cones every day for a year straight, that ice cream cone sucks. But then you go on your diet and you fast for 12 days and you don't eat any sweets and you get off sugar and you don't put sugar in your coffee and you take no sugar at all. And then after 6, 7, 8 months, you go, you know what? I got to just have something sweet, dude. It's been too long. And you eat the ice cream cone and it's like heaven again. It's the same thing with the endorphins, except for some reason, most people, when they start doing the swipe, the next thing you know, hours of your life have gone by. And you're lost in something that means absolutely fucking nothing at the end of it.
I think it depends what you're watching, too. If it's something that interests you or that you find beneficial, I don't see any harm in that.
Or humorous. I did some
whatever
stories
your
with
agenda is.
I did some humorous videos with Travis up in New York, vacuuming at odd times and doom scrolling.
I don't see the problem as long as you can control it and as long as you have joy outside of that. If you feel like doing it, do it. There could be certain problems with kids where that's perhaps all they're doing, but I think as a parent, you have to control that yourself and not let anyone else tell you, you know, how to manage that. You have to find the fine line and how you want to do that.
Travis,
Yeah.
are you putting your dad hat on? That's interesting.
Well,
But
all I'm saying is,
Another one.
what would you de-invent?
I was thinking there's no way I would be able to come up with something that there's nothing at the top of my head that I can think of.
Okay.
That really annoys me. That's an invention.
I got it.
Yeah. With BTC, this for everybody? What's your answer?
And I have to thank John Mango on the message board. And he's right. BTC would on-invent the Senko.
It's very true.
100%.
It's very true.
It took fishing backwards.
I might change mine to forward-facing sonar.
Instead of doing more, you know, and refining technique, you just do less. Get rewarded for it.
Sounds like something else I know. Anyway, yeah. Okay. What's the next question? Good questions, man. I like it.
What's yours?
I love it.
Oh, forward facing. Is that what you said, Eric?
Yes, I did.
Well, let's continue. I'm kind of intrigued now.
Oh, that was
Very
it.
good. Oh.
No, Eric, what would you want to invent?
I just said it. Forward-facing sonar.
Oh,
No, you wouldn't.
I sure would.
Wow.
Like that. If I was all powerful, gone out of fishing.
Wow.
but
Yeah,
you just said a half hour ago that when you
I'm
found
just-
your new Kindle of life, that
Hey, listen.
if people wanted to fish that way they can, but you realize the value of
That would be.
traditional land. The bank.
But
beaters still out
wait,
there.
wait. Yes, true. But did you hear what I said? That what happened for me, and you missed this part of it, and I think I talked to you about it with Brett Carnwright, when the NPFL announced that it was going with no forward facing, and even MLF, 2 periods without it, 1 period with. I'm excited to watch professional fishing again. Here's in the order of this. First, NPFL. I'm tuning in. And what really impressed me, and Ken Duke wrote a great press release on it. What really impressed me was Tyler Williams. And I said this on Bass After Dark, the rookie, the barefoot rookie from Maine. He said, I joined the NPFL and signed up, and they accepted him because I want to know if I can catch bass and hang with the best without forward facing. I might be misquoting him, but that's kind of the flavor of his quote. And so now I get to watch him be a slinger and not a pinger. Ping and sonar. So yeah, ding. And so I'm going to watch MLF. I want to see who can catch it with it and who can catch it without it. It's going to be more entertaining because professional fishing, JP, became, and listen to this word, for me, monotonous. I was bored. If I tuned into a Bass After Dark and this 4 square people are looking at here, it had 4 guys looking at live sonar, I was not interested. But remember, I'm not prescribing it for anybody other than me. Yeah. So it's a personal thing. But if you love live scope, jam on, bro. And if Travis loves it,
it's like a smallmouth tournament.
It's like even however you want to fish.
They get monotonous.
It's however you want to fish and whatever your jam is. And yeah, BTC agreed. So I'm excited to watch professional fishing again because of that change. That's just me. But moreover, what I learned through doing those 2 streams, Devo's fishing because he bank fishes and he kayak fishes. And he might even have forward facing. I don't know, but he did a lot of bank fishing. He has 154,000 subscribers, and there were 300 active people in the chat going, I love what you bring to the stream, Eric. Tell me more about that. That excites me because I love to teach. And so for me, I'm not on the front of the boat. You got to remember, when I'm fishing with Travis, I don't control the forward-facing sonar. He's given me the front a few times. It's fun. I've enjoyed it with him. Don't get me wrong. It's an entertaining way to fish, but I don't want to watch it that way for 6 to 8 hours. I used to like watching the grind. I'm saying for me, it's personal. And so, yeah, I'm excited to watch professional fishing again because of the change. You might want to just watch bass because
listen, Eric, it makes perfect sense. Why have 3 leagues all fishing the same exact rules?
I love the changes.
Stupid. Yeah, I want to see changes too.
I think it was fantastic. Standards in bass, 2 periods on, 1 on, 2 off on MLF, and none on MPFL. I'm excited, man, because guess what? It's silenced everybody. The noise has kind of stopped. Maybe there's a couple of people out there still yapping about it, but it really kind of calmed it down. It brought the temperature down. So bravo, man. What was I throwing? Oh, yeah, juvie crawl, bro. That's a cool little bait.
You were just brain scoping, bud.
I was. That's all I try to do on the back there, just minding my own business.
That's what you do.
I try. I like feeling for what's going to happen, not knowing when it's going to happen. What is that, a walleye?
Oh, he snagged him in the guts.
I sure did. No,
Without-
juvie crawl was just bumping along, and I freaking set the hook on his belly.
What else we got?
No, it's in
this
his
next
mouth.
question. We got another question here.
Yes.
This question: how much did Debo pay you, Eric, to spout his live numbers to us all night
Nothing.
long, throw them in our
Nothing.
face like that?
Nothing.
I don't know.
I was just
dude.
impressed because you know what? I've streamed with him before, but I had no idea that his channel grew that much.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I looked at it when, because I had to accept the invite for the live show, and I'm like, oh, wow. I don't remember it being that large back then.
Well,
And
now
he
we
does
all
give
know
away a
Eric.
lot.
I'm just kidding, buddy.
I think there's a lot more people that like kind of wade into professional fishing, but they got turned off by the noise, so they stopped. And I don't know, man, so I think we've got something to offer everybody on this show. You got your live scope expert in Travis Manson. You got somebody who wants to bank walk as much as they, I don't care how I fish. I love fishing.
I like to believe I can still catch fish without live scope.
You should get into the MPFL.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd be willing to sponsor you.
They are coming here.
Are you ready?
You could win. You could win, bro.
If you could recover one tangible item you lost earlier in life, what would it be?
One tangible?
That would be an old antique wooden phone that went on the wall with a black cord and a black thing.
What?
What? A phone from
Yeah,
like
a phone.
1992.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
Not your soul?
I had a rummage
That's
sale
tangible. My bad.
when I was 10 or so at my parents' house when they were at work. And that was one of the items I sold for $10.
So, Brian, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes.
Right.
How much did Debo pay you to?
No, not that one. No, it was the tangible thing, man. You got such a sexy voice. That's funny. Anything you say is funny when you say it like that.
If you could recover one tangible item you
Oh,
lost earlier in life, Bachelor number one.
What is
Yeah,
the
Mitchell.
definition of tangible?
you could feel it. It's a hard item, like a rod, a reel, a watch, a bike,
Your balls.
coin. Yes.
What do you say, JP?
It'd be a 410 shotgun that I sold.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You didn't really lose it. You chose to sell it. Did you ever lose anything?
Something that I lost that was tangible?
Yes. That was the question.
Yeah, my dignity. I wish I could find it.
Your wallet.
Well, what do you mean your dignity?
My wallet.
You don't got it back.
I'm
What do you
proud
mean?
of the man that I am now, but if I could literally go back and get back an item that I could put my hands on, it would be myself when I was about 17 years old.
Okay.
Right?
What would you say to that self?
Stay away from fishing.
No, I would still fish, but I would never have gone down the road of whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
What?
Had a couple of real bad years there that I wish that I didn't have to go through. Self-induced.
Tournament fishing? What are we talking about?
Well, I just celebrated 20 years of sobriety on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And
I got you.
when I drank, I put my hand in the cookie jar, and I wish I'd never put my hand in the cookie jar. That's as far as we're going with this conversation.
All right. I'll drink to that.
So if it was a tangible item, I'd want to get the lid to the cookie jar and put the fucking thing on before I ever took it up.
There you go. Or you'll settle for the 410 shotgun.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, I'd say it's that Mitchell 300 that dumped overboard. Mitchell 300.
Mitchell
Daily
300.
double. Daily, yeah, Mitchell 300, man.
No, I had a rock. I caught a rock, Eric.
I thought it was a daily double.
What's the Mitchell 300?
It's a spinning reel. It was like one of my first spinning reels ever, man.
Everyone knows what Mitchell 300 is.
I remember. I remember Roland Martin was throwing a spinner bait on a Mitchell spinner reel one time. They tried to sell it off like, yeah, it's just as good as anything.
Man, by this video, Eric, looks like you've been jacking on them.
Well, I mean, we probably both were catching the hell out of them. I was hooked up a lot in this video. Maybe you're just making me look good.
I was at the end here.
You always grab the camera. Thanks, bud. There are days where you whip my ass too. So anyway, it's fun. It's always fun. It's always fun out there. I've had some good days, man. That's for sure. No doubt. Here's to many more in the journey.
Man.
Good night. Look at that slobster. It's an everlasting slob stopper. I like those striker gloves, man. It's the first time I wore a wool glove. I took the tip from you. Remember that day I was like completely wet and miserable. Oh my God. That's a good looking bass right there. What an incredible fishery. Holy crap. That place is ridiculous. It's unbelievable. It truly is. What the hell am I saying?
Oh, you don't even know. I got a little reel out of that banter at some point.
Did you really?
Good voiceovers.
That was a snack crawfish.
So BTC, what's your tangible item?
Man,
yeah.
I'm thinking about that.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Nothing?
An item. I can't think of an item that means that much to me like that.
No bait that you lost?
Ooh.
Nothing?
I mean, I could think of a combo that went over the side that I wish I still had.
Why? Because it was sentimental or just because?
Because it was badass.
Well, you can replace that though.
Yeah, not really. Well,
no.
It was expensive at the time and even now. It's one of those Shimano like reels with the computer chip thing in it.
Oh yeah, the DCs.
Yeah, and a brown crankbait rod. Eric.
Oh yeah, CBR Loomis.
Yeah, that
CBR.
Loomis.
CBR 845 or 855. One of those.
Man, that thing was dialed. And that reel I could bomb shit and never get a backlash.
Yeah, for sure. Travis, I had a lot to say in this video. What the hell am I saying, dude?
It's just you
non-stop.
The last 10 minutes of this video, I basically
Was that with Dan?
Yeah.
From Great Lakes Finesse? I did have a good day. That's for sure. I was catching them. That was fun. 3-pound test, man. Remember that one I lost? That was even bigger than a 6.
Yeah.
That's beautiful footage, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right. What's the next question, BTC?
This is from John Mango again. BTC, Epic E, Travis, JP. What was your most memorable catches for you guys in 2024?
For me, I'll start out the 6-pounder on 3-pound test with Travis. That's my smallie catch. And then with Scooter Lily. the memorial tournament that we won. We won big bag and big fish, and I caught the first 6 fish, and they were on that handmade rat from Marty Burns. There you go.
That's awesome.
JP,
What was the question?
If you could pay attention during the podcast, would you, and why?
Yeah, I had to go up and get I had to go up and get my phone chargers.
what's the most memorable catch this year, bud?
The most memorable catch this year? Oh, it would be okay. So we were. I had a. Well, for myself personally, it was a 7-pound largemouth I caught on Cayuga Lake with fishing with my buddy Evan Luda. But guide wise, it would be when I had boat issues and I had to go get my father's boat, and it basically has 2 hummingbirds on it that I don't even know how to use. And I had guys that were flown in from Oklahoma, and in the morning, the guy goes, I just want to let you know we're a little nervous that we're not decked out with the boat we were with yesterday. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to be fine. And the guy caught a 7-2. So that fish was, that was a good one.
That's a real good one. Largemouth?
Smallmouth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Travis, did you ever catch a fish that made you happy?
Yes.
Travis, recently?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that 7-pluser I caught in that last tournament. Maybe the 8.5 I caught, or maybe the 6+ pound largemouth I caught here on the river in a weird way. Those 3, I guess.
What was the weird way?
Well, I was with a client in their boat, and I was showing them what to do on this very small island, you know, the size of a kitchen. And the current was banging up against it. So I had them casting out past it for smallmouth, and I had a drop shot in the back of the boat, and I flipped it on the back side of that rock island. And I didn't know what was over there because I didn't have electronics, nothing, you know, showing me what was going on. So I cast in a bunch of thick grass, and I pulled it pretty good, cleaned it, and then let it kind of sit there. And I was like, I think I'm all just in a bunch of grass. This kind of sucks. And then all of a sudden I lifted, and believe it or not, I thought it was a smallmouth perhaps. I thought it was a very big smallmouth, but it was a 6+ pound largemouth that got tangled up in that milfoil on a drop shot. And I don't really feel like, hey guys, can you take us off spot lock and maybe help me out here? I actually probably didn't say nothing. They were probably fishing. I was just trying to deal with this thing. Because I feel bad when I snipe one, you know, from behind. But I get bored too. You know, I got to make a cast once in a while.
Sure.
And so I finally got him in. He pulled him through that milfoil, and I noticed it was a largemouth down there, man. It was a beautiful fish, and it got me thinking. It was fun. It was a good bite. It's probably
That's awesome.
So that is the most memorable fish, is that largemouth. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
My most memorable moment of the summer was when Travis pulled up to me while I had clients, and he asked me, was that the new way of me fishing? Because I was leaning on my leaner. And I said, yeah, I like to lean on the leaner. I don't see what the big deal is. And he goes, we don't lean, bud. And then 45 minutes later, I look over, and he's got his leaner out, and he's leaning.
Probably because it got windy out, dude. You were under 10 miles an hour. The wind was less than 10 at that time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good stories, man.
20-mile-an-hour wind, you can bring that out.
What about you, BTC? Most memorable?
A 6-7 I caught the tournament this year. Give me 1 second. I'll grab a bait.
On the glider?
Mm-hmm.
I think he caught it on the glider. Nice. What do you think of these questions, Trav? They're good.
I'm still here.
Right.
It's interesting. I'm still paying attention.
I like it. All right. What other questions do you guys have for us, man? This is good. This is open mic topic night. I thought they were BTC's questions. And then I learned John Mangos
I thought they were BTC questions only as well.
Well, apparently they were John Mango questions, the last two. Thank you, John.
I said that when I read the question.
You did. In fact, you did. So that's why
Yeah.
we're just noting it. We thought they were your questions until you said, and another one from John Mango.
Oh,
But you did announce that it was the last question that you brought to the show.
Most of these are coming from Ken Duke, by the way.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. What else you got? You caught that fish on a soft swimmy.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice, man. Who made that? Texas Shad? No.
Yeah.
For real? I guess
No.
that. For real?
You ain't telling.
No way. I was right. Tell me I don't know my baits, Travis. It's pretty good.
It's an awesome looking bait.
Do you like the action? Does it swim right? Does it perform? No need to boil it or make it softer. Does it roll or whatever?
This can only mean one thing. Oh,
What happened?
there you go, JP. Sorry.
I got you, Travis.
JP, thank you, Eric. When you go in and out, JP, and you distract the crowd, you distract the viewers, you distract the guests, and then things happen. I like to keep you on that bottom right, just like that. And if you could just move around a little less.
Move around a little less?
Yeah.
I move around too much for you now? You got any other demands?
That's it.
All right.
You may. All right. What else you got, BTC, from Ken Duke? From the mind of Ken Duke. I love it.
If you could have witnessed one event in history to support or refute your worldview, what would it be and why? Yeah.
Witnessed one event in world history
To support or refute your worldviews. That's a deep one.
It is, man. The Big Bang.
When what's his face allegedly caught the world record bass.
Oh, well, if it's bass fishing related, then yeah, being standing there with George Perry. If it's
What's his face?
If it's deeper than that, then it's Big Bang or
For the purpose of the show, I got to go with George Perry.
Yeah, well, right there you go, man.
Because I have this theory. It gets Ken all upset.
What's the theory?
Well, I mean, what's like, the classics, the Super Bowl of bass fishing, Super Bowl of professional tournament bass fishing. Well, the holy grail of bass fishing has got to be, if I'm not sure that's the right descriptor of it, but it's got to be the record, the biggest largemouth bass. And if that record is Fugazi from jump, it's all fucked. You know what I mean?
Is the second place guy legit?
Yeah.
We'll give it to him. Fuck it. Let's not acknowledge what
hold
we've
on.
been indoctrinated to believe after all these years. Let's let go of the past. Who knows? It's probably fake. And let's name this new guy crown. Even if it's just in our little community, in our little minds. Let's make him the world record holder. Why accept the narrative if you don't want to?
Creed it is.
Perfect. Next.
I met the guy. He was a very nice guy. He smiled a lot. Didn't understand a thing we were saying, but he was smiling.
Right.
And I don't think the other guy was legit. So
I gotcha.
I like your take, Travis.
Yeah.
So the Northern record is still open. Carita owns the Florida world record caught on a live bluegill, which I say is a separate record. And then somebody can catch the Florida artificial.
It can't be though.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't get. In a perfect world, if I controlled it all, this is how I would structure it.
What else?
Florida, Northern, live bait, artificial, and I would get some enterprising bait company to reinstall the $1 million award for breaking both records.
There you go. I also like the concept of
how fun would that be?
Just a state record. I think a state record is more impressive,
Yeah, Travis, I'm all about that, man. I mean, that's one of the reasons I went down that big bait journey, and admittedly, and I mean, I guess I should say I'm ashamed to admit it. I've never actually thrown those big baits on the place that I wanted to go try to break the record. I got a West Virginia lake where they shocked up the state record. Shocked up the state record. I'm not telling you where, but a guy that's like been inviting me for 3 straight years to go, and I've got the baits, Huddleston trout baits, fast sink, rate of fall 5, or maybe it's 7, or maybe it's 12. Anyway, it's deep. It's Timberlake, trout bass.
Mhm.
They shocked up the West Virginia state record, and then my Maryland lake that you all know about. I bought a.
Did you just say?
I didn't say the lake in West Virginia.
Oh,
but I said Maryland. People will know what I'm referencing because I talked about the lake in Maryland.
Yeah.
I talked with you about that lake in Maryland. I want to go there and at least try one time, just see what comes out from them damn docks, and do it early when there's not a lot of docks in the water, because these fish are very dock oriented. The deepest, clearest waters by the dam. That's where they stock, and that's where a lot of the trout survive and go. So if there's big trout eaters in that lake, that's where they live.
let's go.
I want to try.
Good. What time of the year would we have to go, you think?
Man, I got to talk to Timmy Reams. He fishes the NPFL, and he doesn't live on the lake. Justin lives on the lake, and they know for a fact that there's not many big baiters on that lake. They don't think anybody's tried it.
Can we do a May or sometime mid-May, or is that too late?
No, that'd probably be when those largemouths are up looking to spawn. So if you were not trying to go mid-lake on a ball of bait and scope that record, that fish might be up. But you could do both.
You could do both. Lake.
You could do both.
Yeah.
You're going to give me my time on the docks, and then you get your time, and I'm fine because I don't want to catch the state record on live scope.
I got you.
I would have to give you the asterisk. That's the other thing for me. That's just me in my little pea bass brain.
And that's fine. We all need
Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy I caught my biggest bass of my life on a topwater where I used, just where I thought a big fish might be laying, and I made a great cast.
Lucky enough to catch a 8.5 pounder this year, and
yeah,
it didn't even cross my mind that live scope conversation.
Yeah, we are different fishermen.
I paid no mind to it. I caught the
fish. Got it. That's what makes you Travis Benson, and that's what makes me Eric.
I was like, oh my God, did I really catch that?
Yeah. We're different fishermen in this. As soon as we understand that, right? That's your jam, and I respect it, but it's not mine. And that's what makes. I feel like that's what makes the world beautiful, right? You can figure, you can look at somebody who wants to do something a different way. What if everybody painted the same way? What if everybody wrote the same way? What if everybody talked the same way? What if everybody cooked the same way? How monotonous would that be? The variety, baby.
That's
vive la différence.
There's a reason why we're all like.
It's right.
But
that's
we're all one. Remember, everybody's me. What? Yeah,
you got philosophical. I love it. I'm cool. I'm good. You've come out with some things that will connect us tonight. I love it. The fact
everybody's me. If you sit quietly and you think about that, it is going to freak you out.
Doesn't freak me out at all.
Open your mind.
Dude, I felt it. You're coming to where I am
right now.
Hey, welcome to the collective soul.
And then I freaked out because I thought, okay, if everybody's me, then that means I'm a reflection of myself. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, that's not a true quote. Like, that's not a thought. I don't believe that thought exactly, but I think it has some benefit. So I digged into it even deeper, and I realized real quick, not to steal the show or take us off topic, but
no, please do.
I realized that if everyone's me and I'm a reflection of myself, it only pertains to people I engage with. Okay? Because a lot of times there's days when I walk into a gas station and I don't like somebody telling me good morning. Maybe just on that particular day, I'm just not in the mood. So I don't feel like talking to people sometimes. So when I say only when I interact, not everybody's me, meaning this person at the gas station might want to talk to me if I interact, but I'm not going to force that conversation. And when I do have that conversation with remembering the concept, if everybody's me, that means I have to treat them as how I would want to be treated when I'm interacting with people. That's the only way I can bring it back to the everybody's me concept.
So does it make you feel uncomfortable, like when me and you go to a gas station in the morning and I go in and I go, hey, how's it going? And I'm talking to everybody like they're my buddy?
Yes, some days I'm not into that mood. Most days. But
some days you make the lady's day when her name is Sharon and she's got the name tag on and she realizes she's working 11 at night till 7 in the morning and she hates her life. And you go in there and you go, hey, Sharon, how's it going this morning? I just want you to know, I want you to have a great day today. Thanks for having that coffee ready. Maybe that made that whole lady's whole day.
Yes.
Maybe she loves her job. We don't know. That's just us projecting what we think.
Yeah.
I never realized how hard it is to just sit still and talk without moving your head.
It's nice now. We can tell you're craving to go look over them comments and get a little closer to the camera while you do it, but you're holding off.
PTC, you want my gloves? I'm sending them because you're I'm wearing these
if
for
you get them wet, they're still going to keep you warm.
What?
They
Really?
do. They do. Wool gloves. Travis taught me that trick, man. Thank you, bud.
Huh? Where?
It's true.
Who makes monkey gloves?
The fish monkey?
All right. How do we have such a wide?
There's Striker.
How do we have such a wide range of comments? One guy hates me, threatening to never watch me again, and then the next guy goes, "This is his favorite episode ever." I don't get it.
I do. It's the same. It's always been.
I guess.
Right.
Who hates
the show's meandering.
Hey, Eric, how many people are watching right now?
I don't know. It ain't 300.
You bastard. Oh, numbers are dropping.
We ain't been there in a while. But only the loyal, only the 200 loyal people are watching.
That's right.
That's right, man. Riley Brody, the duality of man. Scott Van says, Travis, you're the best.
I kind of like Daniel every once in a while.
Yeah, right. I mean, at least you keep it real. You ain't skirt.
Yeah, right? and listen, if you see me on the streets or on the water, you can
don't talk to him.
No, but
tell him you hate his guts. Like talk to his face like you do on the message board.
I'm a very friendly person. But
and here's what happens in the truck with Travis.
With me, nobody wants to talk all this other stuff, which I'm fine with. But it would make my day if you would come up to me and say, "Hey, man, how's the fishing?" And then start talking about why we didn't land on the moon.
Like that, exactly. That would make him happy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And because if you just talk about fishing, he's going to come up to me afterwards and get in the truck and say, "Some fucking chode wanted to talk about fishing in the parking lot." What was his name? I don't fucking remember. Does he watch the show? Who cares? And then turn on that goddamn podcast again. So Travis is going, "I'm very approachable. I'm friendly." Lies. And then the reality is he hates everybody.
Travis, is everybody going to be blessed with your presence at the New England Fishing Expo in 2 weeks?
Probably not. I'll be meditating. Travis, you went like this. You started to rock in your seat. You went like this.
It's called yes, I think I'll be there. I have to negotiate with the producer of the show yet.
Dan?
Yeah, once we deal with Dan in the next day or two, we'll give the green light. Yes.
I got you. Well, good. Excellent. Nice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, these rise and glide hats would probably go like hotcakes out there, man. A lot of big betas up there. Glide us. Oh, they line up, those people, for the what's that one company?
Which
Piz. Remember the Piz guys? I was trying to get you to get me a Piz, and they just weren't having it, man. They didn't care.
Let's finish this last quarter of the show real strong here.
Yeah. Who needs fizz when you can get a phony frog? Phony
right.
frog.
That's right.
That's a hell of a big glider. And Keith Thomas, if you can get him. Black Talon, baby. Yeah, the donk.
Look, they're all schooled up.
Schooled up.
David, I am coming back to Wisconsin, but it's going to be like that second week in February. Maybe I'll look into that. There's a fishing show in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Let's finish this last quarter.
All right, how we end this strong? JP, got to stick in here. Okay, bud?
I'm just trying not to move, bud.
No. A little bit of movement's fine. A little bit of movement's fine. I'd actually like to see the screen. I'd like to see your top of your head a little more. Yeah. No, that means bringing. Nope. Do you understand? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the beard, bud.
It's the beard just dominates. You can't see the rest of his head. But JP, you had a topic that you wanted to talk about tonight. And it has to do with the hat you're wearing. So I say, you know what?
It seems like BTC's got a list of questions. I really don't want to interfere with the weekly guest.
Help my guest. I'm hosting the damn thing.
You guys have been doing a really good job. I might actually start kind of
fucking answer all the questions.
What I'm going to try to do is kind of take some of my responsibilities, and I'm going to step back a little bit.
You already have been, bro, for the last 2 years. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is a new thing?
Like,
you mean the only thing you're not do is push the button to go live?
No, sometimes I have to create a thumbnail. If I really, sometimes if I really want, I'll create a thumbnail, and that takes a little bit of time.
What, that takes you all like 10 minutes?
And then I have to set the show up, so I have to go in and pick 8 o'clock and put a description down below.
And you have it. How long does that take? And by the way, I got a bone to pick with you. Go ahead.
Takes about 5.
I'm just gonna. For the 186 people watching right now, let's go to the description.
Ain't no Debo numbers.
I'm definitely not giving any profit. Big JP's going on the record right now, boys. None of my profits are going to Dave. I saw Dave in person. I tried to be cordial. I tried to extend the hand. He basically told me to put my hand back in my pocket. So I don't want to see no more comments about how Big JP's got to send profits or stakes to Dave. Okay.
We're back to that again. If that's one thing you wish you could take back, that'd be it, right? Yeah. If you could do anything over again,
I would never give up the steak dinner that I had.
Right, exactly. You'd do the same thing again.
Would you maybe invite Dave to come along this time?
Yeah, you're digging your heels in.
Maybe.
I mean, after he told me, after we sent him the steak package, and I still couldn't get it, like, we're cool now, don't worry about it. I don't think I would invite him again if I could go back and press.
Wait, let's not forget he helped you find your wallet and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, he did. I'd buy him another steak pack. Yeah.
All right,
the comment got the best of me.
That was actually probably one of the best lives.
Never did find the wallet. That was one of the best lives. I was in a robe. I was out at that union gig. I was in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
I was wearing the robe all night. That was a good episode.
That's hilarious. The robe, JP, and the big robe in the room, man. You felt like a king that night, dude. You were flexing.
Yeah, that was fun.
You were flexing. So, Travis, the bone I have to pick with you in your description of all your videos. And I asked you about this months ago. There's only one sentence about your co-host. That's me. It's way down at the bottom. No problem. I can live with that, right? Because this is your channel, right? You know, I've invested some time with you. So I'm about let's see, I don't know, 50% all the way down.
50.
Let's see. Yeah. And it's like, hold on. Here you go. It's follow the Bass Lab Tackle Freak himself, Epic Eric at Epic Air Official. You put my link in there and it's broken. It doesn't even go to my Instagram profile. I'm almost all the way down at the end. You know what I'm down below? I'm down below Procure Scent. I'm down below Nico Baits, which you don't even fish anymore. Let's see.
Why
No, you
would you
don't.
say that? I
'Cause
fish
I
a
do.
tadpole. I fish a hellgrammite because I tried to sell a couple worms the other night. And now I don't use them. You know I did. I even showed you the big crate. Man,
I think I think I used to be up top in the description, but here's what it is. It's helped support the channel, which is Travis, by clicking this link where you ever purchase a tag from Tag Warehouse. This above link content says all this stuff about the link, which is fantastic. New monthly smallmouth crush, $5.99 per month, which I join you on. No mention of Epic Eric there. No problem. I'm fine so far, right? It gets better. Here's the link for the PHYXTV. Then it's click to subscribe to his channel. Still no mention of me. I don't even exist. I do exist in the header, which is not bad. Thank you. I think you changed it for the snowy season. But wow, I'm down below. Check out some of my favorite products. Still no mention of me yet. Great Lakes Finesse, amazing. Beast Coast Open Water Sniper, we know you love that. Monster Bass, wow, still there. Crazy, weird, I don't know, but it's there. Haven't made an appearance yet on the description of this channel. You really got to dig deep to even know I'm involved. I'm hurt and I'm pissed off.
Well, guys,
and my fucking link is still broken 6 months after I showed it to you before, told you that you said, I got you, bud. And you ain't lifted a finger.
Well,
if it ain't fixed by next week,
I'm out. We're all out.
So
I'm out.
What?
I'm out too.
Yep.
I know you could replace me easily. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. Everybody will be fine.
I do want to say this. If you did tell me in the past, I do not recall. I have no recollection. I do not remember. I have no idea. And if I did,
I did not have inappropriate sexual relations with that woman.
I will correct it by next live show that we do.
If you don't go into your YouTube right now and fix it, I can't believe you're going to do it. Leave it up to your memory because it slipped your mind last time. It wasn't really important. That's crazy to me.
Yep. We're going to sit down and we're going to evaluate the whole description. We're going to change things up, and we're going to have a really good description for all the viewers the next time we go live. And we'll take a little vote on what they think about the new, updated, new look for 2025 here at Smallmouth Crush.
I like it. Now we're talking. And, we're still supposed to sit down and talk about the 2025 schedule. You said you'd get back to me, bud, in October-ish. You want to have that meeting?
I told you what days I have.
No, dude, not about fishing together. About the show content. Guest.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we'll talk.
Good. All right.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right. Yeah, and I'm asking for a raise, too.
Yes.
That should be easy. No, I'm good. Just fix the link, bro. You don't have to rewrite the description. I'm all right.
I want to do it right. I want to get you a little up in the
maybe somewhere above, like, the fold. Like, typically, like in marketing terms, the fold is the bottom half of the page, which nobody ever gets to. Yeah, just maybe something above the fold. Yeah. Small
JP,
mention.
okay?
I'm good.
Yeah, I
He's
do
the bearded wonder.
More movement. And what else here, guys, as we wrap this up?
Back to me.
Yes.
Travis.
Yes. Lovely. Go ahead.
I don't think you've answered this question.
Probably not.
If you could have witnessed one event in history to support or refute your worldview, what would it be and why?
Ooh, yes.
What event could you have witnessed to support or refute your views on the Great Reset? Or what event could you take us to that we could see your perspective?
I would do the moon landing for the first question. And now we're talking about these resets that I talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These resets that I talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's multiple resets.
I think I would love to the 1902 reset. I'd like to be in that 1880s to 1910.
Where?
Probably New York City.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Good.
All right.
question.
That's a great question. Mind-bending question. JP, what about you?
No, I don't refute what has happened.
So, you're solid. You don't even need to go back.
Nope.
Huh.
I want to know what there was before there was anything.
God.
So sorry, bud.
Right. So that means I'm going. Well, no. Listen,
There is nothing.
Whoa.
There's always been us.
I got it. That's what you believe. JP believes something different, and I'm saying I want to go back.
You can't
and figure that.
There's no way to go back. This is it.
But that's what I'm asking to do. It's okay. You can't go back to New York City. I can't go back to the Big Bang or even before there was nothing.
The next time you're driving in your truck, I want you to put the most recent Joe Rogan podcast on with Mel Gibson.
Oh yeah,
just listen.
I listen for my entertainment. I will tell you, I'm very, very weary of the propaganda coming out of people like Joe Rogan, the guests that he has, the Elon Musks, all this crazy stuff. If you can't feel the energy and
did you just call him crazy?
Mel Gibson?
Mel looked pretty crazy, but
Mel looked like he was really in tune with himself for that interview.
There has to be actors on both sides, JP.
Yeah. I don't need to live my life worrying about this side and that side.
Don't be worried. Enjoy the show. But no, the actors are on both sides, bud.
What's your role, Travis?
I'm here to watch.
You're an audience member.
For that.
No, I got you.
I'm
like in the closet through the crack.
I'm in a non-participant phase.
I
create my own reality based on my thoughts and my actions, and that's how I get through this reality.
Yeah.
And I really think it's so crazy that you guys can't. Maybe it's not as big as we think it is. The universe, JP. When you were saying how,
who knows?
Like,
who knows?
Yeah, maybe it's nothing. It's
we don't know. Well, maybe, and maybe it is a universe. We don't know.
Gosh.
You feel. I know you feel like
weird.
You know.
It was.
I know you feel like you know, and that's cool, man. But you're still searching. JP's not. He feels like he's got it.
Earth is very small.
Happy throwing his swim baits.
Earth is very small, and life is very short. Why do you want to spend so much time facilitating this farage of a movie that you're supposedly watching when there's prioritized and things that should be so much more meaningful to your life that you only have for such a short amount of time?
Yes.
Shorter than you think, because he believes that reset's coming in 16
How many
years.
of my friends are gone? They're gone. They're dead, dude.
But are they? But Travis will tell you that, right. See, Travis doesn't believe in that.
Okay.
You'll be like, oh man, we're awake already? That was wild.
Right. He believes something different.
Yeah, but it's pretty much well documented. We're going somewhere, and it's going to be a pretty cool ride. So do not fear death at all.
Right. That's right. There you go. And a lot of people.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's just how I feel.
And believe what JP believes, that if they follow the Bible and they, do right, they're going to heaven, eternal life. So they don't fear it. They don't fear it either. They don't fear it either, right, JP? Do you fear death?
I don't live in fear of death, but I could tell you that I do not live the most Jesus following way that I could. I could definitely be better at it.
There you go.
Do you think when your time comes, if you repent, will you go?
I hope so.
You're not sure then.
I mean, I think there's a lot of people that aren't sure.
That's fine. I'm only asking questions. I'm not trying to make a statement.
Yeah, I do the best I can. I know that's for sure. I could always do better.
I don't think supposedly are you a Christian?
A Lutheran.
Okay, so
same concept. As long as I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior,
that's what I'm saying.
You'll be good. How easy it is, accept it, and you're good to go.
But do you?
It's simple. BTC, what do you got?
What's the question? Or do I have to ask myself the question?
Oh,
You got to ask yourself the question at this point.
I see how this is. I don't even get heat on this fucking show.
No, you said you didn't tell us where you're going back to like refute your worldview or confirm. Where are you going?
oh yeah,
What are you doing?
exactly.
JP says he's good. He doesn't need to go anywhere. Travis says he wants to go to New York City, or I can't remember the other place. Somewhere else. The moon. And I said I'd want to go back to either the Big Bang or original creation before there was anything. All right, and BTC, what do you got on that same very question? We know you're a deep thinker.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Can't blurt anything out here.
I know you can't, but I know you've thought about it. You have a lot of questions too. All right, we're waiting. That's weird that each time we ask a tough question, he says, I'll be right back. Where did he go?
He went to get himself another drink, a beverage. He goes to get a beverage.
Or a baked potato.
A baked potato.
I think that's what he was eating earlier.
Oh, I didn't see that. It just seems so random when you
Dude,
say
I had a baked potato from Bear's Barbecue on Sunday, and it was phenomenal.
I haven't had a baked potato in a while, and I've been thinking about baked potatoes. Man, I want a baked potato.
Man.
Whew. Yeah, everybody wants to know why BTC, because he's a special guest. He's a revered guest. He's a revered guest. He's back. He is revered.
I can't believe he doesn't even have a small little propane tank.
He did have. He has a huge one. He ran out of propane.
Well, couldn't he get creative? There's got to be something in that garage to produce
light on fire, like an electric heater for your feet. He used to have a little electric heater. He did.
I've never been to his garage.
It's a cool. It's a really good. That's a special place in the world.
I'm sure.
So this. So that in Big JP's basement. Trying to look at your wall, JP. What is that on your wall?
That's just rods.
Just rods. Don't say they're just rods. They're your rods. They're special rods. Fish catching machines.
So, for guys asking, I'm in my garage behind my house, about 80 feet behind my house. I have electric out here, which we will be updating this weekend because I found out basically running on 15 amps out here.
Oh,
well, I got a sub panel that's got two 20 amp breakers in it that's been pulling off of line, underground line that's only supposed to carry 15 amps. So,
damn.
What issues could you have with that?
Say what?
What issues could you have if you continued the way you're living your life in the garage as far as the electricity?
Well, I probably continue to pop breakers. I have a couple electric baseboard heaters that I'm going to put in, and I need to pull a heavy line, so I'm going to pull 50 amps out here.
Okay, so you're going to have some problems if you don't correct it. Yeah.
And I got a propane heater, but we out of propane. Damn. So it's cold.
All right.
Where would I go? Let's see.
Yeah, to either confirm your worldview, or was it confirm or deny? Refute? Something like that.
Damn. That's so deep.
It is deep. This is the reason these questions were asked.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be asking you.
That's true. But you said for everybody. Now you don't want to play?
Hey, take it easy over there.
All right.
Did you answer the question, Eric?
I did. I told you twice. I've answered it now.
What?
I told you I wanted to go back to the beginning, like the beginning of Big Bang Theory. If it's true, I'd like to be there.
What the hell?
He asked me to repeat the question, the answer. So now he's got to answer it. He's just trying to buy time.
I was hibernating. It's
I'm gonna
cold.
freak out here.
Do
I'm
it.
getting really uneasy.
Do it.
Again?
I'm getting
Again?
very uneasy.
Why?
I just feel like something happened where
Yes.
I literally thought we were talking about this, and I heard the Big Bang multiple times from Eric, and then I thought we moved on, and then all of a sudden it just came back, and we're still here.
Because BTC won't answer the goddamn question.
How dare you, Eric?
I know I said it. I can't believe it. Sorry.
Unbelievable.
BTC, you must answer the question now.
I mean, I could give some bogus.
I don't want you to give a bogus answer, but just try. Try to answer the question.
When Jesus invented bass.
That's good. Funny as always. BTC, one of the funniest men in bass fishing.
I'm not that funny.
You really are, and it's very dry, and it's quick, and it's always arresting.
Arresting funny?
Erected.
Yeah, it just gets me quickly. Like he hits hard, and it's fast.
It's very
and
arousing.
It's dry. It's very.
What are we talking about?
It's very straight.
So it's very homoerotic.
You hang in there, bud.
Hard, fast, and straight.
We can get through this together.
What are you talking about right now?
I don't even know, but I like it,
man. Let's move on before something else comes to light.
Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, somebody else asked a question.
I feel like JP wants to exit, and I'm trying to encourage him to stay involved.
But Brian won't answer the question.
People are commenting. It's time for JP to leave.
Well, he won't announce when he does. He just goes like that, and all of a sudden, he gone.
And we can't be mad because that's just what he does now.
Yeah, that's what he.
It's like his signature.
Yeah, oh, right. It's just he knows when feet rubbing time's coming.
Man, I got a lot to do.
All right, start naming the list. What do you got to do? First thing on it, and it better be a good answer because I know what I want you to do first.
I don't even want to start. I have to edit some videos.
Why don't you do the easy thing first? Fix the link, and then we'll talk about the description.
Oh, that.
Yeah. See, you already forgot. Now you see why it happens, right? Something's wrong with that brain of yours up there.
You think so?
Like I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, we got to get you back in the game. You can't.
Like what? Okay, we're good. Next question, BTC, and then we're going to wrap this up, bud.
How about, give me a minute.
Somebody said.
Let's get back to. Did we get any good top 10 submissions?
No, the ones that I gave you earlier. You laughed at a few. I don't know if that means they're good.
There was two really good ones. The last one was pretty good.
Top 10 qualifications to be on the Bassmaster
Angler Advisory Committee.
Thank you.
All right. I like the concept. Let's
top 10 qualifications. You want to hear some of the so far options? Okay. All right. Here we go.
Sure.
So far on the list, we have top 10 qualifications to serve on Bass's Elite Angler Advisory Board. Conviction of at least one fish and game felony. Must fit neatly into back pocket of Bass officials. Fluent in your ABCs as well as your 1, 2, 3s. Must have been to a Diddy party and have video proof. You thrive on a lack of accountability. You can appreciate the nuances of layers of meaningless bureaucracy. And your biggest weakness is that you just care too damn much. Just some. We'll probably come up with 20 to 30 to 40 and then vote on 10. I like that one.
Someday we should look into that.
Oh, we're gonna. Oh, we've got top 10s especially crafted for you, Travis. We just haven't done it yet, but soon. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Titillating.
Is Fishbrain what's the Fishbrain app?
Like people put in their catches what they used where, when,
nice
whether,
app?
water.
Is it something you would recommend?
I I don't know. I've never spent any time on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fish tips, but more not people posting tips, but more sharing. It's like a crowd sharing.
Okay.
Like you join and you get to look at everybody else's
were they fish?
Contribution. Yeah, they'll drop points. They'll drop what they caught. They'll drop how they caught them. But it's more. It is not like the kind of angler that you are thinking of. It's just. It seems to be like everyday people doing it, and there's millions of people on it. Apparently, it's one of the first in. Right. So a lot of the other apps are chasing Fish Brain.
Fish Brain.
Yeah. What are the other ones out there? Does anybody know? Fish Brain. There's Fish Tips, which is
Fish Tits,
which is Austin Neary, and then there's another one. Isn't there another one? Wasn't there one that Ike? Oh, Fish Tips. Fish Tips, right? Isn't there a Fish Tips?
Yeah. You just said Fish Tits.
No, stop doing that. Fish Tips. Fish Brain.
Hold on.
What are all the fish apps? Come on, guys. OnlyFins. Trout routes. This is good stuff. Surely the best part of the show is the comments still.
Fuck. I didn't want to do this to you, Ryan, because I'm sure you're already on top of it, but I just did the GoDaddy to see if that name was available, and I was going to swipe it real quick.
What name?
Is it available?
Onlyfins.com. No, because if it was, we'd buy it right now.
Right now. And what would you do with it?
We got some
Masturbate.
really good ideas, actually.
Brian, did you really just say that?
No, it was JP.
Just checking.
It's definitely JP.
Could be.
JP.
Big JP.
JP.
Reason it here.
And oh, there's some high-end anglers on the advisory panel for that app.
Very. Who's that?
Oh.
Who's on it?
Cruz, Milliken.
That's the Angler Advisory Board.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm painting a bait while you guys are talking. What am I painting?
Ooh, that's a pretty one.
A little copper foil, but I make it with a rash. Already like it's been eaten.
Yeah.
Eaten. I'm gonna make it a copper gill. Copper gill. Copper gill. Complicated.
JP put a mannequin up of himself. He's been off the show for like a half hour. Oh, there he is.
Just waiting for JP to get out of here so we can wrap this show up. We can't leave without you leaving first, bud.
I think it's happening tonight. I'm in it for the long haul.
I'm getting
what? What? You're staying for the long haul?
I heard what happens when I leave.
What happens when you leave?
Nothing.
Man.
Oh my gosh. Any other questions from the great and powerful Ken Duke? Because those were
that's
and
it.
you never answered the question seriously, but that's okay.
Who?
You
You
made a joke, which is fine.
No, I said, well,
You didn't want to say something flip. I get it.
yeah.
But you never answered the question. Damn it. You just won't play ball. You just won't play ball.
We're gonna have to make up some questions. We're gonna have
figure
to
out a precise
down,
moment.
guys.
That
Somebody
effective.
step forward.
Steve Hardy said, anyone remember the live where EE and SMC had a bait painting competition? Remember that, Travis? And I painted your head on a bait.
Yep. I did the co-angler die or something.
You did. And then
That was fun. We got to get back to the fun, guys. Let's bring the fun back in the podcasting and live streaming. Let's bring the fun into 2025. Let's get that description. Let's get Eric's information right where it needs to be at the top of the description. Let's get JP more fired up. More movement,
let's not pull up the
less.
JP on the water and go, how you doing? And it must suck to suck right in front of his clients and then turn the boat on and drive away.
Suck to suck. I don't know if I ever said that.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
Because I felt bad for you.
But we were okay. Yeah, that's
I have empathy for your situation.
There was no bad situation though.
Oh,
I feel like jumping up and painting this right now for some reason.
What color?
It's not a copper. I want to do it a copper gill, man. Copper gill. I got the copper bones on it, like it's been.
We got to drop the bro bone color this summer.
Yeah. Well, you got to come up with it. What is it? What do you want? What does a bro bone look like? Oh God.
we already have that.
Yeah,
It's coming out.
Bro bone. That's pretty damn. I laughed so hard when you said that. Oh my God, that was a classic.
What song do you want me to play so this gets taken down?
Well, I didn't monetize it tonight because I didn't have time. So anything goes.
It doesn't matter.
No, I got death threats for the last one.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was a really good show, and then at the end of the show, BTC played some music, and Travis's got hit and had to take it down. And it was one of the ones where he actually had a bunch of people watching, so he was going to make some money. And he said he was taking the food off of Travis's plate. But Travis doesn't eat, so I don't know why he was worried about it.
Right,
In
right.
this reality, you don't need food.
But what really happened was Travis said something at one point that he wasn't comfortable with, and he was going to delete it anyhow. So when I started playing the music, and he had plenty of time to cut the feed, but let it play.
That might have been the Halloween special.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
That hurts.
We had to I'm thankful for what BTC did. There's been a handful of times where I may have went a little over the edge with some of the things I've talked about on this channel in the past.
Yeah.
And instantly I'm not upset of my beliefs but I thought, would it throw off potential clients?
Oh,
if they
you
just
mean
heard,
like that video you played 57 minutes ago?
yeah, I think that would draw more clients in. That wasn't too bad, but I've said some colorful things I think in the past where, after you say something, sometimes you have some time to think, and that may not have been the best thing to say. So right. I have deleted some shows, not terrible things, but things I just, wish I could take back on a live.
Right.
Things that you wish you could delete.
Yes. Yeah.
Like what do you can you think of any specific thing that you wish you took back on a live? Since we know this is not going to be published, right? I mean, you have to be here to hear what was said. So we could play music at this point. I want to ask everybody to play their favorite song that they're jamming to recently. Travis to think about some things he wish you could take back. Anything come to mind right out?
I don't know what we're doing right now. So now
I don't either.
Okay.
We're back to questions. Or we could just play your favorite song. I'm looking through my playlist at this point. Do you guys want to watch me paint a crankbait? I mean, we could do anything at this point. It doesn't matter.
Perhaps you could paint a crankbait. We'd love to see that while we talk here. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay. Do you want to play some music?
Well, I guess.
When I look out into your eyes out there, when I look out into your faces, you know what I see? I see a little bit of Elvis in each and every one of you out there. Let me tell you,
I don't mind that video. In fact, guys, right towards the end, we might watch a few more of my favorite clips of the week.
It's 2:30 in the morning. Travis's beard is going gray. He puts that gel in so he doesn't feel so gay. He's got a hat on that fits his head real tight. JP's staying on this live all motherfucking night. Let the show roll.
Thank you, guys. I needed this tonight.
There you go, buddy.
You ever need that, BTC?
You ever need something? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. Thank you. Glad I could be here for you, Travis.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I guess Eric went to get his paint collection.
If do you mind if I drop off and go get in the hot tub?
No, you can.
I hit you back. If you're going to be on, I'll hit you back on the phone.
No, we're good, bud.
All right.
You have a good
seeing
night.
you, BTC.
See you guys.
See you.
Oh, thanks for coming on, BTC.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right, appreciate that, man. Is he out? So,
All right,
so
good luck.
This is it.
See you.
Good luck with everything.
You too.
Good luck with everything. What's that mean? What's that mean?
Well,
Oh,
and then there was
three.
Eric's sitting down to paint a crankbait that someone's gonna buy on the next auction on Travis Manson Live. Someone's gonna cry because they're gonna fucking lose. I hope that he paints it chartreuse and blue.
okay. Let me get in. Let's see. What kind of music do we got?
That's the Black Keys.
Oh,
It
it sounds a
great.
little distorted.
Does it?
Yeah. It doesn't sound like you're imagining it sounding.
Oh, all right. Let me see if there's another one.
No, that's okay. We can. Yeah. Thank you. Are you No, it like I said, it just
Does sound good.
doesn't sound like you think.
Does it?
No.
No, not good.
No.
How come Brian sounded so much better?
I don't know, because this is a stereo, and it was.
Oh, is that what's going on? He's split
Yeah.
it to a stereo. Okay, makes sense. All right, I got it.
Why don't you tilt that camera down a little bit, Eric, while we wrap this show up?
I'm just scuffing
No,
it up so the
They
paint will
requested.
adhere. That's all I'm doing. I'm just
They
scuffing it
want
up
to
with
see
some
what you're
sandpaper.
doing.
I'm just scuffing it up with some sandpaper. That is all I'm doing. There's nothing special. Scuffing it up. This could turn out really
I got
horrible.
nothing.
What color do you guys want to see me paint the belly?
Just a little bit of chartreuse, maybe.
And what about the top?
I don't know. Black.
Black? All right. Black, copper, chartreuse belly. Coming up. Give me 1 second.
Only-
Let's fire up the airbrush.
If
This
you
could turn out
feel
horrible.
like- Yeah. All right.
Tell me if it's too loud. You guys go. Proceed. Here's the black. Start with the black. Dark to light. Can you hear the airbrush?
Oh yeah. I thought it sounded like oh, I just looked down for a second and Big JP's gone.
So it's just me and you now?
Yes.
He didn't even stay for the paint.
I know. And now it's just a
Yeah.
screen. And we're losing
What's the-
viewers by the dozens.
They're gone, man. They're gone. You could end the stream, dude. It's all right.
Well, let's get you back in and say goodbye.
Okay. Give me a second. It'll take you 2 seconds to paint this.
Okay. In the meantime, I'd like to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Interesting little show.
Right?
I'm going to be doing a little ice fishing this week, I believe. There's a pretty good perch bite going on.
Yeah, you've been out on the ice a lot, man.
Get out. Yep. We do trips. We do ice fishing trips up here on the St. Lawrence River, as well as the bays on Lake Ontario.
Are the bigs in? Like the big jumbo perch?
Yeah.
Nice, man. So the bite's been good?
It has, yeah.
Like, what's the biggest yellow perch that you've landed so far?
I don't know. Just good eaters, man, you know?
Like, how big is a good eater?
10 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just use little wax worms or spikes or minnows as well. They want to see what you're doing. That's the whole point of this.
No, I can't show. It's secret. But it's almost done. It's literally almost done. I would just have to apply the eyes. This is a down and dirty, real quick paint job. It's not even interesting to watch, believe me. Believe me. Just fun. That's how I do my samples for TK.
All right, so we're not watching what you're doing?
No.
Okay. Are they going to be able to watch anything?
I'm going to show them what I did.
Oh, see, that's stupid, man.
Why? You saw what it looked like before.
They want to see you do it.
What? Oh, we'll have to do that next show or something. That's it. I'm done. This is down and dirty, man. This is supposed to be like a rashed up crankbait. I painted the colors. I add a little extra color. All right, you ready? Look,
ready.
There it is, man. There it is. There it is.
Ooh.
There it is.
I like that. That looks like a perch.
Yeah, man. It's copper too. You can't see the copper.
Huh.
There it is. There's the copper. Copper, but it's rashed up. See how the rash is already it's like rashed. It's rashed. It's not full. It's not pretty. It's like an old crankbait that's been eaten up. What color eyes? I got to put some eyes on it now.
Probably. I would prefer white and black.
White and black.
Yeah.
I'll see if I got any in stock. Just go stick them on. I might. I don't know. Yeah, I got some that are kind of like that. Yeah, I got them.
Okay.
These are going to be really oversized. This will look garish.
I like that.
This will look garish, man. I have to glue them on. But
I'm just looking at the comments here. I don't do too much double rigs for perch. What else? We just put on a little tungsten head, or I've been ripping some spoons. Pretty much anything. The thing is finding them. So what I do is I drill a hole, then I put my forward-facing sonar out to 100, and I just look in all different directions, and I'll just keep moving every 40, 50 yards maybe.
That's cool.
You just, once you find them, and you can see, okay, they're all out this way more. There might be a little bit of grass clumps or something that's holding them. And then you just punch your holes and settle in and see what happens.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I need some super glue. My eyes aren't coming off this paper. Coming off the paper,
good.
bro. The bummer.
That's not good.
No. Let me see if I can get one to stick.
Well, the questions, am I excited about any tournaments this year? I am, about everyone. But I mean, all of them that'll enter. That's what I like doing. So that's my.
What do you think you're going to enter?
That's my hobby. Anything I can that's on the river, man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
AJS, I have not been to the Richmond show. Eric does go down there every once in a while.
Yeah, I do. Probably going to go this year too.
There this year? Not at a booth. You just kind of hang out, right?
Yeah, I don't go to sell anything. I just go for fun.
Huh.
To talk, hang out. Look at that big ass eye. Wow, Travis, you might like this.
Lee, I do use tip ups, but most of the time I'm just jigging, fishing them in a shanty.
What do you think? Look at that big old eye. I might catch him, man. I got to take the tape off the bill. That was just down and dirty. A little down and dirty. It's fun. I think I figured out a way to put some foils on some baits and make it look like it had been eaten on, It's not pretty super. It's like it's been rashed up, Like a pre-rashed foiled crankbait. I don't know if I could reproduce it, but there it is, man.
Huh.
How about that? Think that would catch one, Travis?
Yeah, I like it. Very impressed.
I think it would too. Not bad for a down and dirty, right?
That's right.
That's pretty tight.
Guys.
All right, that was fun, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Weird night.
Was it?
I don't know. Was it?
I thought it was.
How would you rate this show? It was all over the place, man.
I thought it was fine.
All right, good. I'm glad you made it, man. Glad you're safe off the ice. I'm glad the Coast Guard got to you in time.
Yeah.
You know? Heck yeah. All right, man. Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that little down and dirty. I like to come up with new color patterns. It's something I've always wanted to do, like a pre-rashed crankbait. Like a crankbait you've used to caught a bunch of fish on. You know? Like a jig that's got like a third of the skirt left, right? Like a top water that's got the paint knocked off it. You know, like your special one that your grandpa talked to you about. Remember?
That's right.
Did you win that tournament?
Well, that was
you needed that one more fish, right?
That was
and you asked for it.
Oneida
Yeah, you asked for it, wasn't it? And wasn't it a Bill Dance popping image?
Yeah.
Yeah. And wasn't a lot of the paint knocked off it?
Yes.
You guys ever notice that? A bait starts to work a little bit better.
I still got it.
I know you do, bro. It's one of your treasures.
I will bring it out from time to time, but
I know we've seen it.
And that topwater bite, guys. For those that don't know, fished Oneida, which is a pretty big inland lake here in New York, and most people probably know about it. But
that's right.
You know, 10, 15 years ago, it was a phenomenal lake to throw a topwater for smallmouth. It was like, it was the best topwater lake for smallmouth I've ever fished.
Wow.
Yeah. Although I've had some great days in Wisconsin, some inland lakes there, Lake Winnebago, things like that. But overall, it was just a fun experience to be able to go out there, even when they weren't busting. Like there would be times where they are crushing on the surface, and it can go for minutes. You know what I mean? Wow. It's not always, and there's always like a single one over here, a little, you know what I mean? And it's just fun throwing the pop bar, doing that, covering that water, and then just randomly getting one to just shoot up and grab it. Even when the bite wasn't on, you could still throw it and catch a limit.
That's nice.
There's days when it's on, when you're catching 30, 40, 50, 60 fish.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And then there's days where, you know, if you fish, if you're around some fish, if it's got the right conditions, you could get a heavy 5 pound, or, you know, not 5 pound average, but a heavy 5 fish limit. Throwing topwater. And that has changed because I guess the bait fish, obviously, you don't see the gulls and the birds working as much as you used to.
That's wild. Why?
Perhaps more gobies now in the lake.
Yeah.
Crayfish. I mean, you're still going to catch them on topwater. But it is nothing like it. I remember it. And maybe that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's a few guys in the chat that have fished Oneida more than I have.
So the goby population has kind of exploded.
I thought it has. This is, you know,
wow.
I mean, full disclosure here, I probably haven't fished Oneida in 3 years. You know.
Yeah, I was there with you. Remember?
Yeah, we fished a handful of times. I mean, I got time on the body of water. I just haven't fished it a lot.
Sure. Very interesting, man.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Used to be fun.
Yeah, Nathan, I like to go on Fridays, man. I like to go before the crowds come on Saturdays on the weekend. So probably I'm going to be there on Friday. If I go to Richmond. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks, guys, for tuning in. Travis, appreciate you making it, man. That was fun. I'll start the show for you anytime. It's easy.
Appreciate it. All right, guys. That's all. Until next time, we'll see you on the water.
Peace. Thanks, everybody.